Bennington show on the 20th of September. We're trying to cool it down. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Gail Bennington.
Yo.
I'm Ron Bennington. There's Gail Bennington. I'm Ron Bennington. The news is straight disaster right now. Puerto Rico getting hammered by a Cat 4 storm, and Mexico City specifically, giant earthquake, all kinds of devastation. The world is turning on us.
This is so incredibly rough. I mean, I know that every hurricane season is like kind of one after another, but not this size, right? I mean, this many consecutive.
There's never been a year where 2 Cat 4s has touched American soil, and now with Puerto Rico, three have. So it's no longer global warming; it's global heating. The Earth as we know it has to be evacuated. I am taking my small baby and shooting him to a small planet on the other side of the galaxy, where I believe he will have special powers because their sun is yellow. Unlike our sun, which is peach at best. Or more of a tangelo. Part tangerine, part Angelo. But craziness going down everywhere.
If we had to leave Earth, would you do it? Or would you be one of the people like, now, ride this planet out?
No, I'm leaving Earth. I'm probably going to go to Algeria. We're going to Algeria. What about Montana? That's not another country, Sal. Look, I'm going to fucking sell you out and get you shot by the cops. And remember, the deuce is happening right now as we do this. It's the time of the deuce. I know you haven't watched The Deuce yet.
I did not watch The Deuce yet.
The Deuce is an exciting new TV show starring freaks and geeks. All the freaks and geeks are in it.
Oh, really? I didn't realize.
Leads, yeah. And it's 1971, Times Square. There are hoes that look like they're going to become porn stars. It's the beginning of the porn industry. Vito said he liked it, but he thought that freaking geek was working too hard on his New York accent.
Yeah, I felt like it's partially because you see James Franco everywhere, and he like always goes in so deep, and then just the accent was just so over the top, like Brooklyn, like
it's not style. Over the top in 1971.
Yeah,
people that live in New York now don't understand how strong the New York accent used to be. Go back and watch. There's all these really great like documentaries about the Summer of Sam, and they'll just talk to people on the street, and they're all fucking Tony Maneros.
Yeah,
everybody is a Tony Manero.
And then even think about how much that changed, like 70s versus like 50s and 40s. Like the New York accent, like really shifted.
Well, because there's constant movement in the people who live here. So sometimes it has to do, like when Puerto Ricans moved here, Jewish kids started to talk more like Puerto Ricans. There's Puerto Ricans who use Yiddish slang all the time in New York. But there's also people from the Midwest, people from France, Russians. It's just a constant. Bugs Bunny, the guy who did that, Mel Blanc, said that he used Bugs as part Brooklyn, part Bronx, which means that there were different accents within 7-8 miles of each other, which is crazy when you think about it.
Yeah, I had a landlord who grew up in Greenpoint, Brooklyn, and she was saying now it's all kind of like one kind of general accent. But like, she's like, I used to know a kid, he could do a Queens accent, he could do a Bronx accent. Right. And she was like, there was like real difference to it.
And you take a fucking Goomba like Vito, he basically talks like he's from Iowa. Like he's some kind of a effeminate farmer. Like a farmer is like, I don't want to farm, Dad. I want to dance. You know what I mean? Like that's his thing. Did you find out why everybody didn't like you yesterday, Vito?
I wasn't given a reason, but I have been given the go-ahead that I could go to every meeting.
Something came up in that meeting yesterday. And I think there was We Hate Bennington part on the meeting.
I don't think so.
I need you to up your social game, okay? Your social game was found lacking today due to a couple things. So consider yourself the smallest mistake away from being fired.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You're never more than one mistake from being fired.
I mean, I guess everyone is, but it's just a really big mistake for most people.
Yeah, that's
Yours
true.
is a small mistake.
That's right. All of us could be fired for one word when you really think about it. Do we got anything to plug before I jump into some of these stories, Chris?
You'll be at the Stance night for their 5th anniversary show.
5th anniversary.
It's going to be
believe it?
great.
2 shows tonight. All kinds of great stars there. Can't wait. I'm so excited that I get to miss the fucking finale of Big Brother because, I watched all season and now I'm done. You know what I mean? It's like, if you're an NFL fan, you definitely want to miss the Super Bowl. And I was just making fun of Big J the other day.
I know.
And now I don't care. Text me if you want to.
I won't. I'll let you watch it.
I'm at the feeling right now, Paul doesn't win, period. No matter what happens.
I started to get that way
Paul
last
doesn't
night.
win.
Well, do you guys want to hear a little
No.
a leak?
No. I don't want to hear the slightest fucking leak out of you, Vito. That's the mistake I was looking for.
Oh no!
You're done,
The
dude.
mistake that I was looking for was everyone in the comedy department hates you when you're my liaison. That's what I was looking for.
We're gonna build friendships. I didn't mean to say friendship.
It just because I know that you talk for me. You know what I mean? And I just went through this when Chris used to talk for me. And by the way, I moved you over into the booking stuff and all that. Chris is giving me booking stuff every day.
I feel like my email has not been passed along like it should have been,
It has.
but I haven't gotten any emails.
Well, then on your behalf, I will make sure they start sending you emails.
You
You
do
can just
usurp
forward
the booking meetings. Before Vito comes in here, let me give you a few names.
I know.
He does do it. He does
Matter
do
of fact, now turn no to all those names, whoever they are. Even if they're standing outside, I don't want to see them.
Vito, let them know.
Oh, that's good, Chris. Chris has come around. I think, there's first of all, there is a big comedy story today. Jen Kirkman says, no, I never saw Louis C.K.'s penis. I don't know where all this rumor came from. Now, A, it's why people get mad at me when I don't jump on rumors. B, Jen Kirkman, couldn't you brought this up a year ago, whenever this shit started? What do you have to be fucking asked to say, hey, that thing that I supposedly accused something of? No.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I mean, she knows that everybody thought. I know that she had alluded to some a sexual assault, didn't give the name, but certainly clued in something that sounded very much like she was implying Louis. Immediately, everyone said, must be Louis. I think she could have said, oh, sorry, did I make it sound like that's totally a different guy?
No, look, and it's not like this hasn't been picked up by major newspapers. This isn't just comics and waitresses.
Right.
The whole story, it's, to me, you got to either step up or step out. That's an old saying of mine. Step up or step out. And I told that to a person, I can't say who it is right now, but he's very well known in the world of politics.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very well known?
As high as you can go in politics. All right? Sure.
I'm narrowing
And
it
I don't
down
want to
right
say who it is. That's it.
That's a good.
Any guesses?
Spicer?
No.
Mm-mm.
Crawl.
I think I have.
What do you think it is?
I think it's Trump.
Absolutely not. I don't even know where that rumor started from. See how the bit makes sense now?
Yes.
How about that weird intern who yelled, is this a bit that you do with me? Explain the bit. What's his name? He used to work for us.
I can't remember his name.
You really can't either?
We were walking by him. I couldn't remember his name.
Jam Band?
No. Jam Band's fucking great. Wait, is he? No. Jam Band's the worst.
No.
I don't remember who people are either.
He's your favorite intern.
The one who says that he acts like he is the singer for the fucking Comedy Jam.
Oh, fucking Marcus Hook.
How could I forget the Hook?
Marcus Hook.
Yeah. What I would consider the Bronx of Lower Chichester.
Just a bit.
So, that whole story was fucking crazy. Now, remember the woman who cut off Trump's head and scared his son with it, the expert?
Vaguely. She has been erased from history, but...
Is that gone? That video's gone, Chris?
No, it's still there.
So, what's her name again?
Kathy Griffin.
Yeah, Kathy Griffin. She has a neighbor who runs a big home building place, right?
Mm-hmm.
So apparently he was having a little pool party. All the kids were in the pool. Got to 9 o'clock at night, and Kathy Griffin's brother called the cops, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess we're talking like a Bev Hills, We're talking an upper end fucking place. This guy loses his shit. Now, I don't know who did the recording. Do you?
I think it's from the call.
How could it be from the call?
I don't believe it is from the call. I believe he had recorded it. Kathy Griffin's.
It was captured by the security cameras. It caught audio.
Okay, so but it's her security camera. She released it.
Yeah.
Right.
But when all this is happening, she apparently doesn't know what's going on. What's this dude's name and what does he run?
He does. He's the CEO of KB Home, and I don't know his name offhand.
Jeffrey Mesger.
Right.
Yeah,
Mesger loses his fucking shit. He's so pissed off about the cops being called. By the way, I'll just point this out. I've never called the fucking cops on my neighbors.
No
matter what. I heard somebody fucking just hacksawing a woman.
Yeah.
I don't call. It's none of my business. All right, so this is this guy getting pissed off at Kathy Griffin's brother.
War's happening. Don't wait until we're going to bring some things on you. Now, fuck you.
Wow.
Yeah, really intense.
Wow.
I mean, that is a 0 to 60 anger. First of all, the other D word? I mean, people drop C-bombs and it's pretty shocking, but
Yeah.
I thought the other D word was
And
like...
bald. She's bald because she shaved her head because her sister has cancer.
Yes. So, the combination of that, oh my God.
Wow.
Like, really?
And he's the fucking CEO. And this is because his kids were splashing around a fucking pool. And Randy takes it hard for not being the homeowner.
I know.
Just because you're not a homeowner doesn't mean you can't call the cops.
I like the way he summed up the way she was in the news. He's like, and Donald Trump put the heat on you.
Yeah, had a little bit of heat on you there.
Right?
Don't quite understand.
You cunt.
Here's this is first of all, this is a major problem that did not used to exist years ago. Rich people used to have space, right?
Right.
So fucking you didn't live right up against rich people. You know, rich people, they had a big house, but they also had an enormous property. Now you have a big house, but you're 2 feet away from your fucking neighbor all the time. All the time now.
That's just as shitty as just having a small house.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I
might
don't
as well be in a row house at that fucking point. Anytime you can hear your neighbors fucking in your bedroom, you're like, oh, why? Okay, good. I have a master bath, but still, so fucking close to people. I don't know what kind of heat this guy's going to take for it. It's so fucking funny that Kathy Griffin seems like she has no idea what's going on.
I know. She's the one getting called names.
Yeah.
And she's like, what's happening here?
Oh, by the way, dude, you declared war on Kathy Griffin. It's over. Your whole fucking life has changed because of this cunt, this fucking bald. I don't call the cops on my neighbors. I just don't fucking do it. I just turn up my TV if it's loud. Just don't. I don't want to have a war with neighbors, no matter where I lived. I fucking lived in Florida, the first place I lived. There was obviously a meth house across the fucking street, and there was all kinds of junk cars, and I was like, man, my rent's cheap. You know what I mean? I saw them have a fight once where the kid had to jump out of a fucking window away from the crazy dad. That's on them. That's where they fucking live.
That's their business.
But two, you're the fucking CEO of this thing, right? Your kids are bouncing around so the cops get called. You're a fucking 62-year-old white guy. You walk out, you go, oh, I'm sorry, officer. The kids are playing, the neighbors are kind of jerks, but I'll tell my kids to keep it down. You're not in trouble. If you're 16 and the neighbors call the cops and bust up your keg party, you're in trouble. If you're this fucking guy,
Yeah.
there's no trouble. There's no reason for you to be pissed. You just say to the cops, dude, we'll keep it down. No one is fucking arresting your kids.
Look, and if you know, now you have information that your neighbors are nuts. Like, you know what I mean? If you don't go nuts, you're like, look, these people are crazy. They called the cops on a 5-year-old's pool party. You know what I mean? If you keep your head, if you keep your cool. Like, the other day I was getting lunch and I heard a woman who just like started to lose her mind at the woman that she had ordered. I ordered this shit 2 hours ago, blah, blah, blah. And everyone's looking at her like she's a fucking nut. And
like
I thought,
maniac.
She's probably right.
Yeah.
But because she's going nuts, we're like, look at this nut.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, the second you lose your mind, you're wrong.
Yeah, it's like the person at the airport who start fucking freaking out. Like, where's my fucking ticket? I had a ticket! You know it! And you're correct. That guy probably did everything right up to that moment.
Right.
But you just can't have a public meltdown anymore.
You cannot melt down.
But this dude had to be so shot in the ass, right? He had to be fucking drunk to think that this was a big deal.
Yeah, he had to be. That's why I think that, like, Donald Trump put the heat on her thing, like, that sounds like a drunk person trying to explain something.
I know.
He just remembered Trump was part of something.
You had a thing with Trump, and now you're a cunt.
And you're bald.
It's, like, so crazy.
And screw Randy.
I mean, I know this dude.
He runs KB Home. I guess it really matters to him if you're a homeowner or not. So that's really pisses him off that Randy's just some fucking hanger-on.
I mean, the fact that he's just like, my grandkids are having a pool party. We've already established you're old enough to have grandchildren.
Yeah. And I'm all fucked up, too. And, all right, now I'm being told that Randy is her boyfriend.
Okay.
Which also seems weird since that's her brother.
He should have brought that up.
Yeah. All he had to do was say, dude, I live next door to these two psychos, you know? Now he has to go into work. Anyone who that's gay, that works for him, has the opportunity to say, this homophobic bastard has fucking kept me down and not paid me enough, and I need to fucking leave here and go to the psychiatrist for the next 10 years and be paid every day like I was working. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the first thing I would do if I was gay and I work. Because I go, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, please listen to this. This guy also yells at me that way. And the only reason why I shave my head is because my sister's sick. Fucking Kathy ought to come out today with just a fucking thing of his head. Like, hey, I cut his head off.
That's when he should have brought that up to the cops. I mean, you saw what she did with Trump's head, right? So you can't really, but yeah, we'll keep it. We'll turn the music down. Thanks so much.
Alan, California. Alan, we got you? Let me see this. He is in California. Let me just make sure I got it. Is he in there, Vito, or do I have a fucked up thing?
They're checking his line now.
Good, thank you. Should work?
No, he's not responding right now.
Oh my God, you don't think?
Oh no!
No, Alan.
I think he had the inside of where this place was that they were living. It's just so stupid how, even no matter how much money you make, you have how close you have to live to people. Like, you see NFL quarterbacks, they have these enormous houses, and then you just see their fucking neighbor's house right there.
That sucks.
It is the way of the world.
I like that he also brought up, like, we're not neighbors now. Like, this is war. It's like, you're still neighbors, unfortunately.
There's nothing worse than having war with your neighbor. And when other neighbors come around to complain to me about neighbors, I'm like, dude, he fucking is paying his fucking ride. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. But that's where he fucking lives. This is where I live. I can't fucking... I'm not in charge of the neighborhood. Can't fucking do it. I lived in a place, they came around and they were fucking complaining to me about a guy who didn't cut his grass. I go, what? Then his house looks like shit. They said now the whole neighborhood looks like shit. I go, who are we trying to impress? Other neighborhoods?
I mean,
I don't give a fuck. I don't know. Maybe the guy has a bad back. Well, maybe he doesn't have the money to pay for some. I don't know.
Maybe he enjoys tall grass.
I mean, I go past the fucking field and I don't act like it's fucking terrible. Why is it
shitty field? I mean, look how long this grass.
Most of the time, if you're driving past the field, you're like, "Oh, that's beautiful." What is that, wheat? So there's just weeds. But take the same fucking take a same field, put it in someone's front yard, and they're like, "I think he's a child molester in there. I think he's fucking dresses up as a clown and fucking kills kids in his basement." It's just grass. It's fucking growing. Yeah. Why would I feel like I'm represented by my neighborhood? I hate that.
I don't know. It's really bad. And like in New York, when it's like a building, then you're really sharing walls with each other. And then they start. I mean, when you have a feud with a neighbor in your building, it's bad business. It's just so shitty.
I had one for 2 years. The lady that was freaked out over my smoking. And she would go to every other person on my floor and say, "Do you believe this guy with the smoking?" And then they would come to me like, that lady's crazy. She keeps bringing you up to us.
I know. You're that fucking guy that I would leave alone.
And then I had supers and people come up.
I just got this from Queen Elizabeth. Kathy's sister, the one who shaved her, that she shaved her head for, died 5 days ago.
Holy shit.
Oh my
So here
God.
she is mourning her sister. Right?
Oh, boy.
And this guy is just fucking yelling.
Not a good. Oh, my God. He called someone in mourning a C-bomb.
And called out the baldness.
Oh, God. Everything about that situation is bad business for this dude.
Yes. Somebody wrote this in like, you're not going to hurt her with any of those words, but you turn everybody else against you. Yeah, that's true. That was Cam who said that. G-Man, of course, is on the fucking cunt screamer side.
Oh, how's that possible?
I guess because he doesn't like her from her other her stupid actor, her stupid fucking. But even if you feel that way about her sister just died.
Yeah,
and maybe she's like, oh, and now those kids are fucking happy next door. My sister's dead. Call the fucking heat. 5-0 this shit. No, I bet neither one of them are fucking easy to get along with.
Why do I feel like we're gonna find out like Randy didn't call the cops either? Like somebody else did it because she's legitimately confused. Like, why would she not know that her boyfriend called the cops?
Randy, what is it? Randy,
Randy, explain it to me.
And then,
oh God,
Barron Trump fucking heard the call and he started screaming because he thought his sister died. And they had to explain to him, no, that's a fake head.
It's so confused.
Yeah. He's great, though.
I know.
All right, we got Alan hooked back up. I think he lives out this way. Alan, in California.
Hello, Benningtons.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I just wanted to say that out here, I don't know what it's like out there in New York with your co-op buildings and so forth, but you pay a great deal of money to have these homeowners associations that regulate these gated communities. And they have strict bylaws, rules, and regulations for your behavior within that gated community. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a noise restriction that sets in place. And whether it's at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock is all subject to the homeowners association.
Well, do you think the homeowners association feels good about calling your neighbor a cunt or a bald dyke?
There may be some issues over that. Yeah.
To me,
I'm just saying,
a gated community, a gated community, and a prison are the same exact things.
yeah, that's exactly right. You want to see which way that goes. It's which way the guns are pointed, keeping you in or out.
All right, bro. Thanks a lot. All right, so there you have it. Also. Yeah, and for that matter, you might not even be calling cops. You might be just calling local security.
That's what I was just thinking.
Safety.
This dude's drunk as hell.
He fucking called safety on me. Now, I went to look at this gated community in somewhere in the Lauderdale area. I can't think of the name of it, but you can see it from the sky. It's fucking gigantic, right? So I'm looking for a house down there. We're moving our show. This is when Gail was just a kid, and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna love this. There's fucking 5 golf courses. Dan Marino lives here, right?" So you start to go through this thing, and I'm like, "Oh, this looks kind of shitty," right? Those are the $125,000 houses, right? So then there's another gate. Oh, this looks better. These are the fucking 250 to 325. You get, by 6. There's gates in between.
Yeah.
And everybody in your fucking neighborhood made the same amount of money. And by the way, the playgrounds get nicer.
What the fuck?
And, any of the public stuff. And then they didn't bother taking me behind the fucking Dan Marino gate. We get up to the last gate. They go, "This is past you. Your fucking credit gets you here. It doesn't get you over there." And I'm like, I can't go through 5 gates.
This is insane.
Fucking come home.
Yeah.
And I don't want my fucking kids going, we don't play with the 125s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's how it's
Yeah,
going to be.
Of course.
And each of those probably have their own little name. So it'd just be like, "Oh, he's a Mulberry kid." So I feel really bad for him.
2 of the Mulberry kids got suspended today because one of them ate a chair. When I was like in middle school, we called it junior high school, like they would number the fucking classroom. So you would like change classes for teachers and all that, like you do in high school, but the whole class walked together, right? So it went like from 7-1 to like fucking 7-14, right? So we just fucking, I'm 7-4. Yeah, I'm not one of the top 2 classes, but I feel pretty good about myself. I'm a 7-4, right? And we fucking just annihilated the fucking 7-12s. Next year, I'm 8-11. I'm like, what the fuck? My dad's like, "What class you in?" I go, "They don't even number them anymore. I don't know what happened. That place is crazy. Plus, I feel like a little sick. Maybe I should stay home tomorrow." Watch a little Cagney.
When I was in elementary school, there was I think it was some of the kids who maybe needed extra attention for reading or something like that. They would take an extra class with this woman, but it would kind of be during our lunch period, and then that would kind of shift their day, and then they would return to us later, but then they would have to eat lunch a little bit later than us. So that became the terminology, like, all right, so he's acting like he gets a late lunch, if you know what I mean. Like, man, you're getting a real late lunch over here. You're acting like, you're going to act like you eat lunch late, and that's why I'm going to treat you that way. It just became a euphemism for retarded.
Right.
Because children are horrible.
Same way they did short bus.
Right, exactly.
They had a short bus because they didn't need an enormous bus for that few kids. And instead, God forbid you got on one of those buses. Like, I'm looking for a ride home. I can fucking read my ass off. Don't worry about that. Chris, who do you side with? Kathy Griffin or KB Toys?
I mean, KB Toys guy. I mean, we don't know how much noise they were making.
None of us do.
Yeah.
He could be totally in the right up until he started screaming.
Right. But just like the woman I saw yesterday, the second you go nuts, you're the nut. Like 100% of the time.
You're the nut.
I know, I've been there. I've been screaming in the street and then realized.
Yes, we know you. You're a fucking lunatic.
I yelled at a child once because he called me fat. I ever tell you this? I was walking down the street.
You don't have to tell me it. It's that obvious.
This mother's walking down the street with a kid, maybe 6 years old. She's holding the hand. I'm walking by. The kid walks by, and then as I'm walking by him, he says, "Hey, fat man." And then
he's funny.
I walk like two steps forward. Then I get pissed. Turn around. Like, "Hey, lady!" I want to start yelling at the kid. Realize I can't yell at the kid, and I start yelling at the mother. "You better tell this kid you can't talk to people like that, or he's gonna get beat the fuck up one day."
You're lying. You said beat up one day?
I swear to God, this.
How long ago was this?
This is like years ago.
You have every right to be upset, but instead you looks like Fatty's angry. You know what I mean? Like, you look nuts. And then to be angry at a child makes you look crazier.
He fucking should have said, "Hey, fat man." A kid with a mouth like that, the kid's gonna get in a lot of trouble. I believe I said it with a mouth like that.
I had one recent where I was walking with my mom in my neighborhood. We're crossing the street, and somebody comes driving up, goes to make the turn, even though we have the right of way, but we've got the blinking hand, so they technically should not be turning on us without yielding to us, right? So immediately we throw a hand up like, hey, watch it kind of thing, right? The person's like, oh, okay, so whatever. But as we're crossing the street safely, like I think we might have said, like I might have said fucking asshole or something like that, but whatever, it was over. But I'm crossing the street, and then there's this little old lady, and she's like, you two were in the wrong because you have the blinking hand. I was like, what the fuck did you just say? Are you fucking kidding me? And now my mom's getting mouthy, too. I'm just like, nobody fucking asked you, bitch. This fucking thing is over. And I'm walking, and these are my neighbors. Right. You know what I mean? Like, these are neighbors who are passing me. I was like, fuck you, bitch. Nobody fucking asked you. We're crossing the fucking street. It has nothing to do with you. And she's like, when the hand's blinking, you're not supposed to cross. I was like, you're allowed to fucking cross. Until I get a solid fucking hand, I'm crossing. That's the fucking rule.
You are right, but you're wrong to yell at an old lady.
So now I'm calling a woman who's clearly in her 80s a bitch in the middle of the street.
Who has children and grandchildren, maybe even great-grandchildren.
Right. And then I'm thinking to myself, one, why did I do this? But two, I still am going, well, nobody asked her. Why would she feel the need to be like, by the way, you're wrong, to yell at that car?
It's so fucking funny.
It just infuriated. And then I was
But by the way, if you were taped, you're KB Holmes guy.
I'm KB Holmes for sure.
Jesus.
It just happens.
Brandy! You're fucking living off that bald bitch! It's war, baby! You alright, Chris? You joking?
Oh my...
Hold on, I'll call 911. Hi, a fat man is choking.
Do you need to bring special equipment?
Dude, I kind of... The weird thing is for fucking... Even more for you to freak out, which you were wrong to yell at the old lady.
Yeah.
He's even more wrong than a child who just doesn't know about lying yet.
Hey, the kid should have manners, right?
I understand, but he doesn't know yet. Like, you wouldn't say, like, if he said, oh, look at the big dog, or look at the fucking fish. That's where his head is right now.
I'm sure that kid was throwing out racial slurs farther down the block.
You might at first. You might, until you learn the difference.
Oh my God.
One time, me and my dad were on the street. There was a little fucking. Our neighbor was there with a little fucking. Her little daughter was like 2-3 years old, and was asking my dad something, right? And her mom said, told her, "Hey, stop, whatever you're doing." I don't know what the fuck she was doing. And the little girl goes like this: "I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the old man." And I'm not even kidding you. The mother just turned around and started freaking on this child, and me and my dad were just falling out, just fucking laying on the ground laughing. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the old man. And by the way, my dad wasn't even 60 when this happened.
Right.
Like, he wasn't going to be offended.
Right.
He is old compared to her.
Right.
Just like Chris is much larger than that small toddler.
You are a fat man compared to that child.
Hey, fat man. I didn't even make eye contact with this kid, so he must have just saw me coming. It's like, I know what I'm going to say. I'm going to fucking call him fat.
You should start just bouncing your belly out.
Holy shit, that is so
Why
funny.
do you just yell, well, I got a hot chick from Costa Rica. What do you got going on for you, man? Nothing. Your mom walks you around holding your hand.
It is true. There's an age where children just say the things that they see. They don't understand.
No.
Because
they don't know why.
First of all, they've just been taught, like, everyone's encouraging them to use language and be like, what is this? What is that? And then all of a sudden they say something like, not that. That's a thing that you don't say. For some reason, that's got to be totally confusing to a child. There was a kid who I used to babysit, and her mother had taught her, you just don't comment on people's physical looks, positive or negative. Because her daughter, who was very outgoing, one day on the bus said to a woman, "Wow, you have huge boobs."
Right.
And the woman was very uncomfortable, and it was an awkward situation. And then she was explaining her, like, why would that be a bad thing? When I said, I mean, she does have big boobs. Is that a problem?
And little kids are obsessed with kids.
Yeah.
They're obsessed.
So she's just like, just across the board, there's never a circumstance that you need to compliment or just point out something that somebody physically has. It's not an easy thing because you tell kids to point everything out.
But you have to look from the kid's point of view. There isn't a thing like some women have tiny heads and some women have ginormous heads. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's no other part of the body.
It's a good point.
That fucking has as much expansion.
Right.
And you're like, wow, those are big. Right? Am I crazy, Niall?
Check those out.
But it's very, very strange. And in the thing of this kid, now imagine how he's fucked up because Chris screamed at him and his mom.
And his mother.
I mean, when you're a kid, your mom is everything. And to see an enormous man just screaming at her.
A giant fat man.
To him. I mean,
this is fucked up.
But that kid probably weighs 28 pounds.
Maybe.
Okay?
He was young.
So,
Youngster.
You're fucking 20 times the size of this kid, right? Now, can I just say something?
Yeah.
Chris was on a mini bike with his twin brother right next to him.
Bullshit. Another time.
Oh, my God.
I was walking down the street. I was next to a high school. And a group of high school kids, I was smoking a cigarette. Yeah. Group of high school kids walk by, 3 or 4 kids. They say, hey, you don't smoke, it's bad for you. And then I start screaming at them, well, it's a free fucking country and I can do what I want. And guess what? You'll probably smoke it soon enough as it is. And they start laughing at me and run away.
Sure.
Yeah.
Everybody likes a crazy old man.
A group of high schoolers yelled at me one time when I was on my folding bike and I was going down the street, and one of them goes, "Yo, motherfucker, you way too big for that bike." So I turned around on the bike and I was like, "Am I too fucking big for this bike?" And they were like, "Whoa, man, we didn't say that." And I was just me yelling in the street at a group of fucking 14-year-old kids, and everybody
on a tiny bike. I mean, I've seen the bike.
Tiny bike.
It's really small.
Why are you riding that tiny bike?
Because it folds up and I can bring it with me places. But I used it when I weighed less. And now, since that moment, I have not touched the bike. They won.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, no shit.
But it was just a group of people being like, "Hey, man, you shouldn't be trying to fight a group of 14-year-old children."
What is Melania's wearing a giant fucking pink shirt?
Wow, it's so
enormous.
It's actually so pink that it's distorting the color on our screen.
But look how puffy it is too.
Yeah. It does makes her look very tan.
All right, she just said Rocket Man is an asshole. She said she'd fight Rocket Man's wife anytime, anywhere.
That would be entertaining.
Oh, God. That is fucking hilarious, though. Chris, you have nothing but trouble, huh?
I just want to walk the streets and mind my own business, smoke some cigarettes.
You know what is very strange for me? I think I brought this up on the air before. There's a Catholic school that's near me that when I'm walking home some days is like letting out. It's the same one that Kathleen from the Bronx went to. And all these little girls and their little fucking things. And they just come and they do not see me at all. I'll be walking and they're just talking over me and all that. And I'm like, okay, I'm invisible.
Right.
To fucking...
You're like a lamppost or a park bench.
Exactly. One of them could just come by and sit on my shoe. I just want to say to me, hey, smoking's bad for you, or get off that tiny bike. Here is Scott. Scott, what's up?
Hey, Ron. Hey, when I was in high school years back, we used to have these cards to buy lunch with. You put like $100 on it, it lasts a whole year. And we couldn't leave the campus on 9th and 10th grade, so you had to eat at the cafeteria. And when you got your food and checked out, there was 2 lines. There was a line for people that had the card, and then there was another line for people who had a state-sponsored card because they couldn't afford to have any money on their card. They couldn't afford to pay for it, so they would get free lunches. And you can just imagine these kids that were in line and the comments that they got, and then those comments would transfer all through school. Every time you saw someone in the hallway, you're, hey, poor boy, how are you? You know, I like your used clothes. It was just, it was a horrible thing, but at the same time, I'm sure a lot of these kids have become serial killers.
Yeah, I mean, it's, but kids will find a way of dividing themselves up.
Right.
Now, I think they do these classes today with kids where they bring them all together and say, we're one, and you got to stand up when you got to tell and squeal and rat. That's your job. So I think they're like a little more sensitive to, but, my generation. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just fucking Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Flies with an adult screaming. Imagine that. All right, we were talking about the honesty of children. Tommy Jonigan, the great comedian, just tweeted us. My kid saw her first midget and said, why is that little girl so old? Jonigan also said, I'm with Chris and Gail. Sometimes you have to yell at children and old people. All the time, Tommy. Tommy goes around and goes out of his way to point out the injustices of the world. He should be carrying a lantern wherever he goes, bringing light and truthfulness to people. Man, I'm old school. I don't see shit. You literally got to put a hand on me before I feel like it's fucking on, motherfucker. It's always that. There is a thing in New York City that is somewhere above homeless, so you can't feel like it's a homeless, but it's a street dude, right? Mm-hmm. And they will always walk up and be in your conversations. Yeah, they treat the entire city like it's their fucking apartment, and like you'll be standing there talking with some people in the street. And this fucking skinny, shirtless guy will just come up and he'd be like, I know, man, the fucking mayor. And you're just like, we need Giuliani back, man. That's all this shit start to get fucking loco. You're just like, everybody has to be quiet for a minute until he leaves, And he's like, any guys got a cigarette?
Tell me don't. Tell me I don't have any.
Don't take that pack out.
Man, this chick over here crazy. Look at the fat man. He's making it.
The fuck, dude?
Hey, he's just
talking like your friend, man.
This kid's not my friend. Those guys are the most fucking annoying.
They're always like weirdly political. You know what I mean?
Well, there's one out here, the bearded guy, who will go up and start talking to people and talks to himself all the time. Yeah. Right outside the building. He's doing that all. And the Lower East Side, they're fucking everywhere in every corner, outside every bar.
And exactly. It happens all the time. And then you're in a conversation. He comes up, man, it's all about fucking DACA right now, man.
What?
We can't work because of DACA. Can you help me out a little bit? We're not friends, dude.
You want to buy a rose for your lady?
That's always funny.
I don't want to buy your garbage rose.
There was a homeless guy that used to stand outside of the bar I worked at for years, and they gave him a job as one of the bathroom attendants, and they had to fire him because he started a dice ring inside the bathroom.
Dude, I don't want to go in and take a piss in a homeless guy sitting in there.
They put him in a nice shirt and pants, but they had to let him go when this dice game started getting out of hand.
Gonna be honest, I was almost fired for the same thing once. So
really,
starting a dice game.
Yeah, I was managing, and I let all the guys in the kitchen play hot dice, and everyone on the staff was doing it. It started in the slow season, and then they started playing all the time, and they were playing for money. And I didn't see any problem with the kitchen playing dice, and the servers would go out there, you take your turn and roll. And there was a rat amongst them. And told the owners, and then they're like, and Gail's the manager, she's letting them do it. And I was like, you are a piece of shit.
You know who the guy was?
Oh, yeah.
Just like, it ain't none of your fucking business if people are playing dice.
Are you getting cut?
I made, we made some good money like that.
Pit balls?
You were at the house? You were getting paid?
No, like they were getting paid, but like we were all betting.
I thought maybe you were the fucking house in there.
No, I wasn't. No.
You were getting a piece of every fucking pot.
No, it was just betting amongst friends.
Yeah.
With dice. It wasn't like a big deal.
Work. We should start doing it here.
Oh, yeah.
And then he was acting like, that's how mistakes are made. Food mistakes? It's not a big deal.
I found a dice in my mashed potato.
It's not going to be a fucking big deal,
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cook another fish for you. It'll be in 7 minutes. Give me. Here's our friend Julian in Los Angeles, California, home of the Doors.
Hi.
Hi, darling.
Hey, guys. Oh, my God. That story is so funny. I'm sorry. Anyway. Children under the age of 3 actually can't lie yet. They haven't developed the brain ability to lie, so Chris is actually really fat.
Yeah, he knew that. That's why it hurt. Yeah. You know what I mean? If the guy would have yelled out, "Look how fucking well dressed he is," he wouldn't have screamed.
He just goes, "What a weird kid," and he would keep walking.
It was the only thing that Chris was on his way to go get 2 slices for $1.50 because it was some special they were running.
Happy hour, dog slice.
By the way, I'm pretty sure I could lie before I was 3.
You think so?
I kind of have the feeling.
I don't think so.
I just don't ever remember telling the truth.
Apparently, you just don't learn it yet. Like, your brain can't decipher the truth from reality yet. The weird thing is once you turn 4, you can.
Yeah.
So they start lying when they turn 4 immediately, because they're finally able to develop that language side of the brain that differentiates the truth from the lie.
I don't know. I remember one little kid telling me that he was a pilot. And I'm just like, what airline, dude? Because I doubt this very much. It's easy enough for me to find out. I have a lot of friends at the airport.
Kids' lies are the best.
Yeah.
The best. I loved when kids would be like, say that they could do like different like BMX tricks, and you're just like, fucking do it then.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't tonight because I gotta go. But I'm just gonna do some pretty crazy tricks. If you'll catch me next time. You're like, yeah, right.
A little kid told me once his other shoes were made out of diamonds. I go, you're the biggest fucking piece of shit liar I've ever met in my life.
Then why didn't you wear them then?
Yeah.
If you have diamond shoes, why didn't you wear them then?
Oh, they're at the cleaners. Okay, fine. Let's go. I'll fucking drive you right now. I'll give you $1,000 if that fucking cleaner comes out with some diamond shoes, because I doubt everything you say. Kids. You can't find anything dumber than a kid. Everyone acts like they're so smart. They're fucking dumb.
They are really
And
dumb.
I tell you what, I don't see any of these kids stepping up. I mean, we lost Jake LaMotta today. You think, look at these little kids. You think there's a Jake LaMotta out there? No fucking way. Nothing. You think there's a Heenan? You think there's a replaceable Heenan in this generation of fucking thumbsuckers? No.
Trying to tell me there's a baby Heenan out there?
Everybody's hard on the millennials. I say the 3 and unders are fucking garbage.
Thank
Awful.
you.
Do you ever see the way they dress? Stupid white shoes. Oh, for my ankle support. Really? And look, if you're going to walk next to the fucking baby cart holding onto it, why don't you just tell your mom that she can leave it home today?
Taking up a lot of room.
Yeah, that woman's got to shove it around all day with you walking slowly behind it. And do me a favor. Don't stop for every dog. Okay? Not every dog. And stop pointing at things and saying the name and act like the rest of us supposed to be so impressed with you. I can name everything in this room. I don't go around doing it. Microphone, chair, couch, handbag, waste paper basket. Okay? I could go on and on like that. But I don't wish to bore everyone else. Anyway, Julian, that's what I'm saying about those kids.
Yes.
All right, you take care of yourself, baby.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Toddlers, they're the worst. 844-ROCK-GOD. 844-ROCK-GOD.
Up on the iBang, there's a video of a very bad toddler that I wish it hadn't given me as much joy as it did
Okay,
to
let's
watch
see this.
it.
I don't even know about this. What's the name of it? Because Chris can't find shit.
It's up on the iBang. Is hey, what does this kid have in his hand?
Oh, God. I'm already grossed out. Nothing that'll get us in trouble, I hope.
No.
What are you looking for, Chris?
It's coming.
Oh, and he pointed at his ass.
No.
How?
Remember that old joke? It's a coming. It's a coming. That was actually one of the first jokes I ever heard. Oh my God. Oh, let me guess, Chris. This thing's slow.
It is slow.
I'm already hating this.
And let me see what you have. Annoying. No.
What do you have?
And let me see what you have.
No. Play it one more time, Chris.
And let me see what you have. Annoying. No.
He's running with a knife.
And he couldn't be happier to share this information.
First of all, Mom, Dad, you have 6 fucking Solo cups lined up.
I noticed
with
that.
your above ground shitty pool. Of course your baby's running with a knife. Do it again, Chris. I can watch this all day.
And let me see what you have. Annoying. No.
Now see if you can see back where he came from to see if there's a dead kid laying there.
Yeah, I noticed the Solo cup lined up. I mean, what is this? A fucking KB home party?
Sure, I get the beer pong going.
You're like, this is a kid's party, and it's really about adults getting hammered.
It is. That's right. So fuck you, Randy. Fuck you. We're having a nice party for my kid. He's running with a knife. Look at them. They're just lining up fucking beers in a hot plastic cup. Hey, Crane, what's up?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, Ronnie B. How y'all doing?
Hey.
So, this was like 2 years ago. My son was about 3.5 or 4 years old at the time. We were standing in line at Target, and we're checking out, and he kept asking me, Dad, is he flat or straight? This is guy, the cashier behind the counter. Is he flat or straight? And I kept saying, flat? What do you mean by flat? And I kept saying it over and over again. He goes, no, flat. Like, you're straight, I'm straight, and he's flat. And finally the cashier goes, sir, your son is saying I'm fat.
Just shut your son up. Shut him up.
God, they're the worst children, huh? Fat shaming everyone.
Dustin. Dustin, what's up?
You're straight.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, turn your radio all the way down, sir.
Yeah, it's all the way down.
Okay.
Yeah, the opening weekend of It, I was dropping my brother and sister off to watch it, and I was just going to walk down to the bar and have a few drinks. And so we were breaking off in front of the theater. These group of teenagers were walking up to him, and they were asking him something. And so I yelled at him, like, hey, fuck off! You guys shouldn't be talking to strangers! And they just kind of, like, scurried away.
Yeah, the thing is, you're at a children's movie. I mean, some like people say, you know, why do they bring babies to these movies? And you're like, because it's a fucking kids movie. It's a horror movie. It's not for adults. It stars children,
Yeah.
right? It
does, yeah. It has children in it.
Have you seen it yet, Vito?
No, I did not see It.
That's weird.
I had thought about seeing it, but for that very reason, I'm like, it's teenagers situation. I'm like, I'll wait a little bit. I don't want. It's for teens.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all teens in there. They're gonna be going crazy.
I call them teen angels, you know, because they're such good kids.
No, they're not.
Chris, you might have babies soon. You don't know.
I know.
Look,
I mean, you're getting engaged,
and I'm not getting engaged, and I will teach them to not call people fat. That's for sure.
You don't teach anybody here who works for you. Do you understand? Why are you writing? Give me your pen. You're not writing anything down. You're fucking disassociating from being on the air. Ron's a dick. Just writing that. Call me a dick. Don't write it down. No. Now you won't have a pen for when you really need something.
Oh, shit. What if I need to remember something?
Yes. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you a list of things I need you to do.
Oh, fuck.
We all set up for, hey, tomorrow! I'm going to run out and say hi.
all right.
Cool.
This is very exciting.
This is super exciting.
Hi, baby.
I am so excited.
It's Miss Pamela Adler.
It's Pamela.
I don't want to say it too loud because the door's open. She's gonna hear me.
She's right here.
Hi.
Pamela Adlon's in studio. We're coming
I'll
by.
be there tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll see you then.
Okay,
I cannot
I'm
wait.
so
excited.
happy.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
great.
it's going to be fantastic.
Hi.
See you
All
soon.
right. See you guys tomorrow.
Great.
Pamela Adlon, love you.
That's so cool.
Why is she yelling, we're sold out? Why is she concerned with how many seats are done? Chris, you better not.
You didn't worry her with that.
I didn't worry anyone.
She's like, we're sold out. Like, why is she concerned herself? And then they're yelling, do you have the episodes? Chris has been fucking me up on the episodes. Doesn't matter. I adore her.
I know. She's so cool. I'm so excited for tomorrow.
It's going to be so much fun. We got so many. I'll just say this right now. When we announce Thanksgiving, which I hope to later this week, I might not even announce all the fun stuff that we got so that we can make sure the hardcores get in first.
Yeah, it is. We have so many fun things planned. This is going to be a very big show. It's fun even planning it.
You know,
getting excited for it.
Tonight's gonna be a good night. I can feel it. Ooh, yeah. That's all I know, that song. Also, I know, and I'll just say this, I know some people don't listen live. They listen on demand. Please follow Twitter this week, because I want you to come if you're a hardcore. You know? Jenny, and no, let's go to Katie first and then Jenny, because I hit the wrong buttons. Katie, South Carolina.
Hey there.
Hey.
So, sorry, I just took a big swig of a drink.
That's okay.
Exactly like what y'all were talking about. I've been trying to teach our son, who's young, not to use the word fat or anything derogatory like that, but they just say what they see. And he had a gymnastics class with his sister, and this little girl walked in. She probably had some sort of medical issue because she was just everywhere. Her head, her hands, her feet, everything was kind of swollen. She looked, as my son put it, poofy all the time. And you could see him standing there in the middle of the class just looking at her and shaking. He didn't want to call her fat. He didn't want to call her poofy. So he just takes his hand and slaps his face kind of on the top of his head and falls backward into a gymnastics mat to avoid saying anything that would hurt her feelings.
So
that's what it made me think of when you were telling that story of calling someone fat. I mean, they don't know what to do, but they see it, and, you know, oh, God, I felt for them.
Oh, they see it. Like I'm just some sort of monster.
I will guarantee you this. Fat is going to be the new N-word. A little late for all of us, but that's going to be the new N-word. And people in the future would be like, they'll look at something like Confederacy of Dunces and go, what a horrific piece of work this is.
It's just cruel.
Just being cruel to an overweight man who could not stop eating hot dogs.
God, I love that book.
Yeah, it's the best. Jenny, Denver.
Hey there.
Hey.
So I thought I would add a little tidbit to this toddler vomit that they have out of their mouth. I was taking my daughter to an eye doctor appointment one day. She was probably like 3. And there was a guy in the waiting room. He had an eye patch on, and she hesitated not 1 second and pointed right at him, and in the loudest voice you could imagine said, "Look, Mom, it's a pirate." So it happens all the time. I know, but you know what? He left too, and
yeah, I would.
Yeah,
I mean, if I would love.
Oh, I'd go with a bit.
Yeah,
immediately.
I'm gonna rape your mom.
What did he say?
Raping mom.
At least my scenario is one where we could play off of it. That last lady's, it's always sad when it's a kiddo that
yeah,
out,
when it's a kid. Yeah. Well, you know.
Right on. Well, you guys have a great day.
Peace. I mean, just because they're children doesn't mean they're nice people.
No.
Like we somehow think of them as innocent, but they have original sin.
Right. They can be just shitty people.
Yeah. Mean to people who smoke and may be overweight. They're just bullies. Talking about everyone out there.
Oh, I see. Anna.
May or not.
Hi, buddies.
Hey, buddy.
So just one more story. So I have a 4-year-old, and it is kind of like walking around with like a bomb. Like you don't know when it's going to go off, so it does invoke stress, even just like going to Target or anything like that, because you just don't know what they're going to say when. And we went to Starbucks once, and my son had ordered something to eat, and he looked at the lady at the cash register, and he goes, "Ooh, this is going to be good." He says, "I haven't eaten in weeks." And I was like, "What the?" None of that is true. It's like a couple hours. It's the same thing. It's all the same thing. I was horrified. I'm not going down with social services.
No, because they'll come in a heartbeat.
Oh,
you haven't eaten in weeks, honey? They're going to believe that kid immediately. All right. Take care, honey.
Love you guys.
Bye. Isn't that like when your kid says something back against you like that?
It's horrible.
You can't trust them.
Like, you know how many kids are always like, will make reference to like their parents fighting or something? Sure. It's like, yeah, Dad yelled and then Mom was crying.
Oh.
You know, like that kind of stuff.
Gail's brother did that when Fez called me. So Fez called, he answered the phone and literally said something like, she's crying right now because my dad said something mean. And then like Fez tells us on the phone and we just fucking fell down laughing.
She's crying right now.
I'm like, dude, you gotta lie when you answer the phone. You can't fucking say what goes on here. But this is the funniest thing about any kid. They're all meanest to their moms. Mm-hmm. Meanest to their moms.
And it's especially like the older I get, like the more I understand how horrible that is. That kid, like, there is this person on earth who fought to get you here.
Who gives her entire life to you.
Is like, couldn't love you more. And then you're just like, shut up, lady. Like, it's horrible. It's so
You just
awful.
care about yourself. You're just like, what?
I ratted my mom out bad by accident one time because like stand-up comedians always talk about how they got hit as children.
Yeah.
So in school one day I was like, yeah, my mom hit me. And I got called into an office and they were making a really big deal out of it. And I was like, no, you guys don't get it. Like I did something wrong. I got hit. And they were like, was it open-handed or closed-fisted? And I was like, I don't know. It's just, I got hit. And luckily my aunt worked in the school. So my aunt jumped in and calmed everything down. But I got home and my mom was like, the fuck were you thinking? Like you could have went somewhere else.
Were you trying to be a comedian?
No, I just was like, oh, this is a normal thing people talk about.
What stand-up comedian said abuse was good?
Eddie Murphy.
Okay, gotcha. Hard Rock Johnny.
Bennington's.
Yeah.
First, I believe that little kid wasn't running with a knife. If you look close, it looks like a big poop from a dog. That's what I believe it is. If you look hard,
all right, to see whether it's poop or a knife. So
I
he's
think
just
he's
playing
running
knife
with a poop.
He's just saying that the poop was a knife.
It's a knife. It's actually a duty.
Yeah, but he just had this
Looks
thing.
like
He
a
said, "I'm going to
switchblade."
pretend it's knife." All right.
When I was a kid, and I don't recall this, but my mother claims that I was like probably like 3 or 4, and we were out shopping. I was in a little cart, and she was at the checkout, and I declared to everyone in the store, "My mom has hair on her pee-pee."
Oh my God!
Not good.
No,
that's where you got your little weirdness from.
Yes, that could be. It certainly could be.
Because that's your thing. What, you want a 70s bush?
Not really. No.
That's
I
your
go more.
pressure.
I go like 50s.
Tonight's gonna be a good.
Wait, did you
good
say
night.
50s bush?
Yeah.
I think that's even more so.
I think it's exactly the same. I think they were just tied.
The haves and the have-nots there. That's it.
Johnny, are you a good neighbor or a bad neighbor? Would you ever fucking dime out a neighbor?
No, I'm a great neighbor.
I know.
I am. I've always been a good neighbor.
Artie could live next to me. That's how easygoing I am with my neighbors.
Artie did live next to me down the shore almost. He was like a block away, and there were some parties. I never called the cops, I promise.
Well, the fact that you said it now kind of makes you a rat.
Yeah.
He doesn't live there anymore. It's okay.
You've been down there lately, or you just at Labor Day you're done?
Nah, that's it. We packed it up. We're gonna go down probably in a couple weeks because we're gonna have a pool installed over the once.
But this weekend's supposed to be nice. Like we had a lot of cold weekends, and then this weekend it's going to be like a summer weekend.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be in the 80s. It's nice.
It's late, though, right? Late to be this way. I don't want to say Indian summer because that's kind of racist.
Mm-hmm.
But Native American summer at least. Whatever happened to our native North America? He's selling fucking Beanie Babies.
I believe he found work up north. But I don't know if it's Beanie Baby related.
Trapper?
He's either trapper. I think he was going to work in a mine. Is the last time I talked to him.
Vito, have you?
He said, got a new job. Everything's going well. Let me know if you need anything.
Oh, what a sweet kid.
Love that dude.
Yeah, he's the best. I bet we don't see him again, right? He's not coming back next semester.
I think we'll see him again. I think he'll find his way back home. This is new.
Johnny, before you, we were talking about this stuff with kids yelling stuff out, right? Before you lost all your weight.
Oh, yeah.
How much did you lose, by the way?
Total was at one point I was down 180, put a couple back, just lost another 20, so I'm down like 170 now probably. So I guess
when he was at his highest, and you live in Jersey, a little kid yelled at him, "Hey, it's the governor," and everybody was like,
"That's cruel."
Yeah,
kids are really mean with that stuff. I think I've probably been called fat a few times.
Yeah.
But I was called fat by more adults, I think, at times than kids. Like adults who we had something going on and they couldn't come in to the building and they're like, "Yeah, well, you're fat." And I was like, "All right, that's great." And now you still can't come in here to keep your kids outside. You can't see, Miley Cyrus. Sorry, bitch.
No matter how much I weigh, you're not coming into this place.
Right. Doesn't matter. Yes, I am fat. I agree 100%.
Chris has had this problem, too, with little kids, and they would tease him for not being able to maintain an erection.
That's not true. That's not true.
Oh, you
so
can?
sad.
You can maintain an erection.
With
No
children.
further questions, Your Honor.
Not with children.
What is?
No children.
By the way, you would be held in contempt for that.
What happens when you're held in contempt?
He
They arrest
said
you?
no further
No, it's
questions.
bad, though.
It sounds bad.
Yeah.
You're held. I know that.
Tonight's gonna be a good night. Thanks, Johnny.
Later, Bennington.
We're gonna get in touch with you about something.
I'll be here.
Yeah. All right. Peace.
Later.
I forgot you're singing that because we're going to be playing that at Thanksgiving when Chris proposes to his girlfriend.
Dude, are you?
I'm not proposing to my girlfriend. I love her very much. Why rush things?
What if you just we bring her out on the stage, right?
Yeah.
And then
She'll love that.
Then there's a spotlight on her, and then there's spotlight on you, and you're in the back, and you have a microphone.
Yeah.
And you're just like, "Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven?" And you're stepping on each table.
Wow.
Would you feel the same? Would you be willing to do that?
I'm not going to be walking across tables.
Yeah, but you got to admit the song choice is good.
That's great. I love that part.
What about this? So
Okay.
we have you both on stage.
Yeah.
And we're going, I go, here in America, you have to perform oral sex on him in front of everyone. But listen to this. This is going to be the killer.
Okay.
We tape a diamond ring to your penis. So she comes up with a fucking diamond ring in her mouth.
I'll run this by her.
No, it's a surprise.
What don't you get about surprise?
You guys are right.
I'll run it by her.
Do you mind if we surprise you with a diamond ring? No, Chris, you just fuck it up, man. You fuck up everything all the time, I say.
You fucking loco, man. Why you gonna tell me about the ring I'm gonna get?
You sound scary.
You see me, man, with all these fucking tats blazing.
What?
You see I'm wearing this bullet vest, right?
Yeah, I've noticed that.
This bullet vest.
You're always drinking out that bottle of tequila.
She just has all these knives that she can pull out like that guy. Desperado. Yeah. Desperado bad guy.
I'm dating Danny Trejo, everyone.
What's his name?
Danny Trejo.
Oh, he's just gonna be Danny Trejo. Grease. Grease.
Those prison tats?
You want a taco now?
Kinda.
She sounds like someone I'd play a dice game with.
Chris, please let me know when you get Chicharito on the show. They're so funny, man.
These guys, they're crazy.
Grease.
Yes.
It's 1:15. That's siesta time, right? We have to take a daily siesta.
We're not in Mexico.
What's this for?
Live read.
For what?
Dish.
Dish? Dish? It's a dish. Don't you wish you could watch your favorite primetime TV shows without commercial interruptions? Dish has got you covered. Now with AutoHop from Dish, you can watch shows recorded with primetime anytime, commercial-free.
Watch the most popular shows on your favorite network without wasting time sitting through commercials. The season finale of your favorite show just got better with AutoHop from Dish. No more waiting through long TV commercial breaks. Just get back to enjoying the action because only Dish is tuned into you.
To learn more, call 1-844-CALL-DISH, go to dish.com, or visit a local retailer near you. Requires credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto-pay. Taxes and surcharges not included. Other restrictions apply. For full details, 1-844-CALL-DISH. Dish, tuned into you.
Your headphones, Jen's got the news. Let's dish to the gossip they're saying on the radio.
Boom, 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 boom. Let's dish, Jen.
The Let's Dish segment is brought to you by Dish. Dish listens when no one else does. Dish, tuned into you. To learn more and sign up today, call 1-844-CALL-DISH. Go to dish.com or visit a local retailer near you.
I'm going to Dish.
Well, Billy Bush and his wife, they're getting a divorce after being married for 20 years.
Oh, man. He loses his job. He loses his wife.
Oh, no.
The pussy grab incident.
That did him in.
Yeah.
He had left his regular gig and went to the Today Show. He was the heir apparent
to
the Today Show. And it all comes down on him. And now, of course, his wife doesn't want him there.
Oh.
She hasn't seen him in 20 years. He's been, you know what I mean? Like, I'm flying off the can. And now he's around every day. He's probably grown a fucking beard.
Right. I mean, he got a lot of heat for that. And mostly it was just like agreeable chuckling. You know what I mean? Like, that's what he was doing. I think sometimes people hate that worse.
He was being a real sycophant and that whole, like, oh, the Donalds.
Yeah.
You've got to give the Donald a hug. Like, what is turning you on about that, dude?
Yeah, it's
serving
weird.
your masa. Ugh. But I feel bad, you know.
Yeah.
I don't like see people out of work. I don't see people, you know, families broken up. I don't know. I'm different that way. I'm not like you guys. I love it. I don't know why that made me special.
I enjoy it.
I suddenly felt superior to everyone else in America.
And they had like the most perfect looking family.
Oh, I don't know.
I think they had, he has like 3 girls. They're all like really beautiful. I think I saw like a Christmas card. Like, you know, families. Yeah, so it was like, it's really
Let's see. It was Jenna Bush.
Yeah, this picture.
Jenna Bush. Wow, that's his wife?
Yeah.
She's foxy.
Yeah, she is.
So
I like those
looking.
sexy.
She's got a very attractive short family.
They do look really tiny.
Yeah.
The sad thing is that tree is 5 foot tall.
Oh, God.
So they're
Towers
really short.
Towers over them.
I like that she was like, she comes out like, oh, we're going to do our Christmas picture. She just comes out of the bed. She's like, sexy boot time.
Yeah.
It's like, honey, come on.
Let me get on my fuck me boots, honey. We'll take the Christmas picture. What do you think the problem was?
Well, they said it was like before the incident.
Sure it was.
Yeah.
Sure it was.
They were just having marital problems. But I think like the breaking point was the Trump video
that
Yeah,
came
the money's
out.
gone. You know what I
It's a
mean?
rough strain on a family.
Well, no more boots, honey. What are you doing bringing more boots home? You're killing me. I'm not boot man anymore.
I can't be paying these boot bills every month.
All right, Billy Bush. I know he's related to George W. Bush, but I don't know how. I know he's part of the Bush
Is he
family.
a nephew?
I think.
Yeah, but he never went there. You never see them all together.
Right.
You know?
It's like a distant.
It's like me and Chester Bennington. You know,
Right.
like, okay.
Kind of related.
Kind of, but who gives a fuck related?
Another dish story is G-Eazy. He's like this rapper, this upcoming rapper. He's white.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, why say it to me? Like, now that's what make me suddenly like him.
Because I'm not sure that, everyone... Because he's like more up
I
and coming.
have no idea who he is if he
Jeezy.
was established for 25 years. I just found out the other day who Kid and Play were.
And he loves them.
Yeah.
He's a big Kid and Play fan.
Well, he was dating Lana Del Rey.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
I like her.
So-
They were an item.
They were an item, and then they said that he wanted her to be on one of his songs. Because Lana Del Rey is well established. It would make sense. But she declined, and then he offered it to Halsey, who's like this younger, up-and-coming singer. She did the song Closer with the Chainsmokers.
Oh, okay.
So he offered her the song. I guess they hit it off, and he ended up dumping Lana Del Rey for Halsey.
You should have took that song. You should have took that song deal then.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
but did you hear the song? I'm Jeezy like a Sunday morning.
Honey, I'm not singing that. I have a career.
It don't come Jeezy.
This is his
You know it don't come Jeezy.
It's got a Foxy in that one.
She's pretty cute.
Yeah, I like her. He just looks like a fucking simpleton. What's he wearing? What is this fucking...
Oh, this is jammies?
Yeah, it's his fucking jammies from 1954.
He's wearing these just like velvet cowboy jammies.
Okay, I got this little dish brought into me. Lana Del Rey is now dating Billy Bush.
Oh my God, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like a happy ending.
Yes. Happy for everyone but the kids who they're having put to sleep.
They shouldn't have to suffer like this.
That's what's best.
Sleep now. Sleep now, children.
Jeezy does it. Jeezy.
We had to. We had to.
No more pain. Griffin!
Your family loved you.
Ping. Ping. I was doing the thing from...
Got it. Oh, he was doing so good with that, with all his references.
no.
Come back.
I'm sorry. I was just watching this Amy Schumer show. I guess I'm going to guess it's a rerun. I don't think they're doing it at 8 o'clock this morning, but it was the one where they had like all these women on there were scientists, but the women were always apologizing.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry, do I just talk into here?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
And that's true of women, right?
Yes, 100%. Women, when sometimes if we just pass each other in the hall, we're like, I'm sorry. We haven't even really touched each other. Like, I'm sorry for being here. And then the other one's like, no, I'm sorry. And then you walk away. You do it. It's reactionary. Then you walk away and then you're like, what the fuck did I just say to that woman? I just said, I'm sorry for being in the same hallway as her? That's really weird. Oh my God. I just had an awkward moment with a woman who was coming out of the bathroom. I'm going in and we're both going, I'm sorry. I had to go. And then I see you were the sorry.
You were trying to hold the...
I was trying to hold it and it was sorry.
She was in a chair and Gail was like trying to hold the door open because she was coming towards Gail. I'm trying to hold the door open but stay out of her way. So she was around the corner with her hand there. And I was just going in the men's room. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Well, we both whisper, I'm sorry to each other. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm holding this door.
Sorry, I probably look like a nut when my leg's not working. Sorry.
Sorry that you're in a chair. I'm sorry.
I made this awkward
really
for you.
Sorry. So sorry.
Dish.
Another dish, please.
Well, Kate McKinnon, she debuted her new girlfriend on the red carpet.
Yes,
Ooh,
I
they're an
saw
item
her,
then, huh?
and she is attractive.
Very hot.
Man, they went crazy for Kate McKinnon. At
They
the
went
Emmys,
nuts.
Too. I didn't know they loved her
went
so much.
Her
bananas.
name is Jackie Abbott.
Look at
her
their
crazy suit. Oh, that's the guy next to her.
That's RuPaul.
Is
And
it?
so- yeah, that's RuPaul, and then Mr.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. RuPaul is a man. You've heard it here first.
This in the black dress is her girlfriend. She is so
Really cute.
pretty.
She's very pretty, but she also looks like a nice girl. And she's they're like, can we get all the gays together?
Yeah.
All the gays.
Yes.
Looks like a firing squad.
So yeah, everyone's really excited. They were like, seen affectionate on the
Oh
red
my gosh,
carpet.
look at how cute she is.
Yeah,
I can't
she's-
stand it. She's an actress? Yeah.
Yes.
And she really is cute. Where did they meet?
It doesn't say where they met.
Oh,
Yes,
she's a
they haven't
sensitive
gone
artist.
details.
I believe it. I believe it.
But I'm sure now, like in interviews, she'll be more public about talking about her girlfriend.
Oh, she wasn't public before?
This is her first time talking about her relationship and debuting and a girl she's dating. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. If I was her, I wouldn't. I would just be like, please, I'm here to talk about the work I do, the important work that I do on Saturday Night Live. I'm seeing Bobby Moynihan with his own show, so I like my own future. We're good for her.
Yeah, I know.
She's canoodling.
Yes.
She's
Very excited.
Yeah, sweet.
Well, Jay-Z, everybody's talking about him because...
Jay-Z?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, hey, everybody's talking about him.
It does. Their names are a little confusing.
Yeah.
But Jay-Z, they allegedly offered him to perform at the Super Bowl, and he declined because of Colin Kaepernick.
Taking a knee
incident.
during his
Yeah.
set?
Really?
Yes.
That's surprising. I wouldn't
you
think
know
that
what?
Jay-Z would take that stance at all.
Look, no, I have seen this over and over. Nobody was on the side of Kaepernick until they wouldn't. No team has picked him up, and then Keith Robinson, I saw, has gone from a hater to a supporter.
Really?
Of his, yes. And I saw quite the animated argument the other night between Keith and I forget who it was, but it was an entire table full of comics. And Keith now says, I like him.
Oh, wait, so he didn't get picked up, and that's why Jay-Z
Yes,
is not doing it.
the
Okay.
fact that he's not working.
That makes sense now. Okay. Because I was thinking he was like, I'm not performing because, Colin Kaepernick did what he did last season. I was like, really? That just
Everyone knows that Colin Kaepernick at least deserves a backup job.
Right.
Right? But for people like me, I don't care. I feel like he's got more money than he needs anyway. Protect your brain cells. You know what I mean? Like, you got some money, you got out.
Yeah, get out of there.
Keep going.
You have to make a little stance for yourself.
If I ever had the chance to talk to Jay-Z, I'd go, what are the 99 problems, and have you solved any of them by now? I know a bitch ain't one of them. But what are the other 99?
Well, there's another sad breakup going on in Hollywood.
Oh my God.
And he was on our show before.
No,
not
again. That was fast.
She heard that he told that story about the kid.
How dare you talk about our youngster and the midget shaming that went on?
It's Lawrence Fishburne.
No.
And his wife.
Oh, no. They were together a long time, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think 20 years. 20 years.
Oh, my God.
They have 2 kids. Her name's Gina Torres. And here she's seen kissing another guy.
Oh.
So they kept it private. And then this picture comes out and they're like, okay, I guess they've been split up for a while.
Who's she kissing? Kim Kardashian's brother?
It's a secret.
I'm leaving you for Kim Kardashian's brother.
Sounds like you don't even know his name.
Sure I do.
Oh, Kim Kardashian's brother.
Lawrence Fishburne, or Larry, as he's allowed me to call him, I think is truly one of the great fucking actors of all time. Go back and watch Apocalypse Now. He was fucking 14 in that
He's a
movie.
baby. Yeah, he's so
was
young.
14 years old.
Yeah, that's insane.
Welcome to the world. I'm just kind of surprised he's the grandfather on Blackish. You know what I mean? Like, I think of him as a movie star.
Yeah.
But that show does well. Everybody loves it, right?
It's very popular.
I'm a big fan.
I wish Anthony, what's his name? Anthony Anderson?
Yeah. Yes.
I wish he would yell more. I just wish that he would raise his voice no matter what was happening. Oh, that's a surprising dish.
Yeah. I know. These are so many sad breakup dishes.
You know, my
broken dishes.
my friend Mikey D grew up with him. In,
Yeah, they were like childhood friends, right?
Yeah, at the same acting school. And Mikey D is writing he's written a screenplay, just had the table read the other night, about those days, being in the early 70s at the acting school, and then being kids that ran the same streets as Vito's mom.
That seems like a cool time to make a movie.
Yeah.
The 70s are hot right now.
Oh, yeah.
They're very hot. A lot of TV.
Which is funny because, like, it's too far back even to be nostalgic about.
Right.
But people, I think they miss danger. I think they feel like, okay, we have safety, but what does that cost us? Excitement, you know? Because, you know, you got your Apple Watches and your, I don't know, kids want these microwave baked potatoes.
They love it.
And kale. Okay?
Kale chips.
Baked potatoes.
You
Okay,
know?
we didn't have that. All right? We could just make a baked potato.
In those days, your mom would say, come back in 7 hours. I put some hot coals in a dish, threw the baked potato down there, dirty. Now go get in a knife fight.
A knife!
A knife!
No!
We're too drunk to chase you, honey. Wow. Well, this has gotten, it's gotten testy, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Breakup after breakup, right?
So depressing.
How many breakups, Chris? 4 this one show?
Yeah.
Write it down. Do you have your pen?
I can't,
You don't
can't
think
write
this
anything
means
down.
you and your girlfriend are going to break up, do you?
I hope not. That would blow.
Oh, man, me and Chris, we're going to go see a therapist.
What?
I'm sorry, we're going to go see the rapist. I'm still working on my English, man.
Been here a long time.
Shit. That's every time Chris comes home late.
So musical.
When you're so fat, you're so fat all the way.
You're so fat all the way.
That's mean.
When you're so fat, you're so fat all the way. Oh my god!
Come on, Chris, start coughing. Let's dish.
Well, Rosie O'Donnell
Oh, shit.
and her daughter are feuding.
No.
Oh yeah.
Her pregnant daughter. She's 20 years old.
Oh, I didn't realize she was pregnant
Yes.
because
Is
she.
it about the dead ex-wife?
Yes. She's saying that she's profiting from the ex-wife's
Oh, God.
death.
Oh, boy.
It's pretty sad. It's a sad dish. Well, it all started because Chelsea is the name of her daughter. She did an interview and she talked about, her feud with Rosie and how they don't talk, how they'll never have a relationship and she'll never have a relationship with her kid. And then Rosie went on Twitter and was just like nonstop going after her, telling her to stop doing interviews, talking about her and
Oh,
and
my
then saying that she's
God.
profiting off of the ex-wife. Yeah, it's
Oh,
getting a
my
little
God.
nasty.
Jeez, guys, it's fucking on
and
Twitter.
Then she's like writing this stuff on Twitter.
She's like, tweeting to her daughter. But I mean, I think it's a little immature on Rosie's part.
What's the dog have to do with this?
So this is like tweeting about, her daughter, saying that she didn't really help out that's her youngest daughter in the video there. And she's just like sitting there on her phone, doesn't care about family.
Okay.
Oh, Snapchat.
Oh, a dog
Instagram.
you gave away. Oh my god.
She got her. She nailed her.
Yeah.
You said that you're a nice person, but a dog was climbing on your daughter. And you're just fucking tapping away at that thing. Oh, man.
Yep. And then she's going on Twitter saying, you're running to the tabloids. There's no one to blame but you. It's pretty
Don't
sad.
worry about the tabloids. No one reads them anymore.
Yeah.
And plus, I would just tweet back at her, hey, your name is Rosie, not Rhodey. Stop putting away all the amps.
Really good.
Don't act like you can get me backstage, Rhodey. Everything's coming up rosy. Everything is rosy.
I'm so glad she chose me.
All right. Well, that's good. You got more?
I have a little update, some dish updates.
Good. I like a dish update because a lot of times they just go, what happened with that last dish?
This dish is old.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan Felipe, my favorite.
Oh, boy. The kid beat her upper.
The kid is his girlfriend, which is
Right.
extra.
Even
Yes,
worse.
it was.
Yeah. I'm just mad that he beat up a minor, but yeah, you're right.
Well, they're saying now that the ex-girlfriend was lying because the police came to his house. They did like a full investigation and said that there was just no way for her to have gotten thrown down the stairs because she would have had a lot more injuries because of how the stairs are wooden and they said they were sharp. So she said she would have broke a bone. Yeah.
First of all, I don't know if you can figure that out.
How many people did you throw down these stairs to make this assessment?
I mean, I have seen people slip and break their wrist, and other people fall for a roof and just get up. Like I don't think there's a uniformed way of looking at that. But here's where this girl has a amazing pussy looking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she does.
Like, that's something he can't be getting mixed up in. You know what I mean?
She was a Playboy model too.
Good for her.
I like. It sounds more like the police arrived and said, "This man is much too hot to do something like this."
Look,
look at him.
This is the TMZ picture. Let me just say this. I think LA has one of the most fantastic police badges I've ever
that
seen
is
in my
cool,
life.
actually.
I notice it in every movie. And I like New York police badges.
That's
but that one.
No, that's
and
really
that building
neat.
actually exists in the middle of that new town. That old building is still there. You know? It's here's to you, first responders of LA. I give you a salute for your badges. Badges? We don't need no stinking badges.
When did Chris's girlfriend get here?
Well, you know, man, I like to hang out with you guys. I love the dish. You know?
I love the dish. Grease.
I like a dish of mangoes, papaya, enchiladas. You know, Costa Rican style. Grease is going to buy me a chihuahua. Is she coming tomorrow night?
She'll be there tomorrow night, yes.
She coming to Thanksgiving?
Yes, she'll be there Thanksgiving.
Well, I've had the time of my life.
Would you maybe do the whole dance with her?
And I swear.
Chris with the shirt open all the way down.
Yeah. Probably just off.
Just the buttons that were busted. Grease, don't drop me, man, when I run. Hey, this guy wants me to sit in the corner.
Kind of got that wrong, but
they're not pressing charges against the girl beater.
They're not. So now Ryan is going to sue her for defamation. He also put out a post yesterday, on Twitter saying that he was raised by women, so there's no way he could have done this. And, it's just a woman trying to get money out of the situation.
Mo money, mo problems. That's what I say all the time. I hope she comes back and puts out an Instagram.
Well, she, I guess, was like the rebound chick from like his 5-year relationship ex-girlfriend. Yeah. And the ex-girlfriend, she was a lawyer. She put out on Twitter, something like the truth always comes to light or something.
Not really. It's not true.
Because she's saying that when they broke up, he was texting her, calling her a whore and just like angry texting her.
Oh, so he was being violent with her.
But yeah, in text messages, not physically, she said, just like,
Right.
Don't act like we all didn't see fucking Lincoln Lawyer. We did. You're a bad person.
That's proof.
Every fucking line in that movie was improvised. The script was completely different. Look how Vito's going with his bang look today. It looks fucking cool, Vito.
Yeah, it looks
It's
really
just
good.
When I take the headband off, it flops down.
Keep it off.
Why'd you take it off today?
That headband's been bothering me lately.
Yeah.
It's a little
and plus, this way you look like you can join Mumford & Sons.
It's a great look.
Denny!
Oh,
he never stops. He just walks by. Denny, why don't you ever come in here anymore? Denny. All right. That story, I mean, here's the thing for Ryan. Whether he did it or not, people will have it in their heads that he did it.
Oh, yeah.
That's what sucks.
If I was his agent, I'm going, things just went real cold on you in this town. That's a small town, and they don't like Scientologists or wife beaters. Did you guys see the Scientology show last night? Boy,
No, I didn't see
If you
it.
like the fucking dish, this is the show. So they have Paul, and I don't know what his name is. He's the writer that won 2 Oscars.
Haggis?
Haggis.
Mm-hmm.
Just occurred to me. It's haggis. And he said that when he tried to quit Scientology, all these A-list stars were at his yard when he came driving home. They were fucking yelling at him. and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so intense.
Yeah. It was crazy. And I'm just going to give away this thing. But by the way, my girl who hosts that show, Leah Remedy, she won an Oscar. I'm not an Oscar, an Emmy for that show, for being the best show in the history of the world. Now, here's the funny thing. So just to show, they go out to get you after you leave, right? So last night I'm like, oh, a fucking show. I think it's on tonight. But I can't remember the name of it. You know, something escaped from whatever. I don't know. So I just type in Leah Remedy. And when I do, Google has an ad. It's the top Google thing on the search.
Yeah.
That says Leah Remedy's father tells the truth about her. And it's an ad that they've put out.
Whoa.
Anybody who leaves, like Haggis's sister did a thing saying he got lucky and he wasn't, blah, blah, blah. But,
That's really bizarre.
Yeah.
That's really, really weird. And so she's got all her family is still tied up in it, or
no, she took a lot of her family with her. Her mother, who was even the one who got her into it when she was a little girl.
right?
But Haggis had been in that thing for 33, 34 years. And I'm like, he's like, when I found out the truth, like, how could this happen? And you're just like, yeah, but why didn't you find out like 30 years ago?
Yeah, it seems like you
You had the opportunity, but they tell them don't look at any bad stuff.
Right.
But so they're all around him, right? And apparently, if you don't say anything public, they'll let you go away.
Mm-hmm.
But if you say anything public, you're a suppressive person, right? So Haggis had been doing this, working on a script about Martin Luther King, right? And he's like this Toronto, he's Canadian, he's a very intelligent guy, and he's not emotional, he's just by the book with things, So he'd been rehearsing Martin Luther King, and he was saying to them, David Miscavige has, abused people. Why don't you just say, admit it, move on, we're going to do better, And he goes, look, I'm doing this story on Martin Luther King, and he had flaws. And he said 2 of the people jumped up and said, how dare you compare David Miscavige with a fucking Martin Luther King? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Martin Luther King is down here, and David Miscavige is up here.
Whoa.
And even Republicans will say Martin Luther King was great now. You know what I mean?
Right.
They didn't at the time, but they do now.
Right. God, that's so strange.
It's such a great TV show. It's fucking great.
It's fascinating, and it's fascinating to think like that thinking people can get themselves so wrapped up.
More
into-
likely to be thinking kind of
and creative. It's kind of interesting.
Well, they showed even the thing about how they go out after creative people, celebrities, and the celebrity center is much nicer than anything else, and it's great. But they said that fucking Tom Cruise is like literally treated like a god there.
Wow, it's craziness. Hey, have you heard of Hillsong Church?
Oh yeah. It's kind of popping right now.
Yeah, it's so weird because I had not heard of Hillsong Church, and then I hear the name 3 times in 1 week. What the big news is that Chris Pratt just joined
I didn't
Hillsong
know
Church.
that. Why did somebody just brought it out to? On your show.
On Gail Meets Girls, Christy Cielo is saying,
She
look,
goes.
I go to Hillsong Church, but I kind of admit, like, it feels kind of cultish. I won't drink anything there, but I do go. And she goes to the one in Brooklyn. So I start to look this thing up. I'm like, Christy Cello, Justin Bieber, and Chris Pratt all go to the same church. What is this church? It's bizarre. It's really, really weird. It's like, it's kind of all aimed at youth, very much like Jesus is your buddy, but it's like a mega church. And in this case, I mean, they're all over the place, but, you know, it's like a mega church in New York. There's like a
There's
Brooklyn.
two of them in Manhattan.
Yeah.
There's one in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
There's one in New Jersey because my sister goes.
What?
Yeah, my sister goes with her friends. They get dressed up and cute, and I'm like, Jessica,
Is
where
it
are you
because of
going?
Bieber?
No, she's done it like 2-3 years. The guy she was talking to got her really into Hillsong Church situation, and then she used to go with him. Then they like kind of like separated, and then she started. You know, she met other girls there, and then they all just like go there. Like it's a club. It's so weird to me.
But is it like
It's very trendy.
Jesus is cool?
Yeah.
Let me tell you about another cool dude, bro, man. And he was out there on the cross. Tattoos were just blazing. Hair, beard.
I think like the founder, I think it is.
Yeah.
He's like super trendy.
Yeah.
He looks like one of the guys from Jersey Shore.
Sure. He looks like fucking DJ Pauly. Yeah. Have you heard of this, Vito?
I've just seen clips of people singing and like they have like guitars and it's
He's super.
With his dog. I call this dog right here Moses, man. He's taking me to the promised land.
Look at the dude in Brooklyn, because the guy who like runs the Brooklyn one.
Oh,
but they're all like this. Like they're all like cool dudes.
Right.
This guy here.
Yeah, I think he's
like very tattooed. That's the pastor. And he looks like he's a pop star or something. Is that him with beams up there?
Oh my god!
But yeah, I'm watching videos of it, and it's like they've got the whole, you know, like Christian rock thing going, but it's
Look at his
very
shirt.
strange.
Imagine all the people. You ever listen to this song?
Yeah.
Because it's about no religion, dude.
Yeah.
No fucking religion.
Living your truth here is what it's about.
Like making a big deal out of Earth.
Right.
and that's the church that got Bieber to like change his ways and like give up going on tour.
Yeah. That's a great idea. Don't fucking finish your tour.
Because he was, I'm going to be honest, he was bugging out. He did need help. So I'm glad he found. Oh my God, is that him with Oprah?
Yeah, it's him with Oprah.
Oh my God.
They said there's a trailer for the church. People are writing, said this is the only church that has like a movie trailer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
This is up on the iBang right now.
I'm going to go see that movie.
Vito, when you lose some weight, you should go to the Hillsong Church. 'Cause you got the look, except for, you know.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid in the carnival, I was like, about the 6th grade, there was a Jesus guitar thing that went on with like hippie Jesus stuff, and I had never seen it. It was just like a sideshow thing where you went in, and then they like showed a movie about how bad abortion was and stuff, and then I finished. I do all this stuff, and you know they're singing and stuff, and I go back and I tell my brother about it. And he goes, "Dude, those guys are dicks." I go, "No, man, they're really good dudes. It's not like a Catholic church at all." He goes like this, "No, it's not Catholic. It's fucking carnival, dude. You're at a carnival. Why is everything along here fucking, you know, working rubes, but not that?" And he's like, "Put your apron on. You're gonna fucking with some goddamn balls here. Let's go." But I was loving it, man. I was just loving the shit out of it.
Yeah, but crazy to see just like that huge, like, it's a stage show.
Dude, let's get Chris married there.
Oh my God, Chris!
I'm not part of Hillsong.
Yeah, but
yet.
you can be. You can be.
I think I got the hair for it, but not the body type.
Would you go up to Hillsong and be saved?
Hey.
Would you let him be like, this fat man is just got up on stage. He's ready to accept Jesus.
Hey, it's almost 2, so we got to wrap this up.
Okay. Well, Well, I was just going to update everyone about the Kevin Hart situation with his wife.
Let's wrap it up, and then you can do that later.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Because don't we have to do it before?
Yes, we have to do it before too. Yeah.
So just do your ending.
Okay. So the Let's Dish segment is brought to you by Dish. Dish listens when no one else does. Dish tuned into you. To learn more and sign up today, call 1-844-CALL-DISH. Go to dish.com or visit a local retailer near you.
Yeah, now we can still talk.
Okay.
I just don't want Dish to pull your rug out from under you. Dish. Sometimes we want things when we want them. All right, tell us about the Kevin Hart.
Well, Kevin Hart, there's a new video out now where he's in the club in Vegas with the girl he hooked up with, and it just shows them partying. He's like in between the girl's legs, like it's very public. So obviously it showed that, you know, he had no shame in in cheating on his wife. And then yesterday he was seen going to dinner with his wife. So she's obviously sticking by him. I guess she doesn't care that he's been cheating on her with random women.
Kevin's an artist. He's going to do his own thing, you know?
Yeah, who knows? I mean, he...
And also, so Lisa Bloom, she's doing a press conference today. I think TMZ is like doing it live, and it's with like the girl that he cheated on his wife with, and she's going to be talking about what happened.
I'll say this to fucking Kevin Hart. He better get his ass to Hillsong. Because there's another cat that used to cheat a little bit. All right, he had long hair and a beard, just like us, man. All right?
Really?
Yeah. I was cheat on Mary Magdalene.
I was watching a thing where he was being interviewed, and they were kind of saying, you know, obviously it's like this is supposed to be geared towards young people. You're obviously targeting young people and trying to keep them in the church.
Right.
And so he was asking about some of, you know, gay marriage, things that typically aren't accepted. And one of the things that came out was like abortion. And he was like, yeah, well, you know, I'm for life. And they're like, so if somebody has an abortion, they're like, hey, man, you choose what you want to do. I mean, that's like what you want to do. And I'm like, that's pro-choice. What you just described is pro-choice. You're not pro-life. He's like, no one's going to make you, this dude, get an abortion.
There's a lot of people who are pro-choice have never been anywhere near an abortion.
Right. Some people are like, I'm pro-choice, but it's like would never be my choice. Like even if it was a bad situation, I would still do it.
Same way I feel about vegans. Yeah.
That's your choice.
Sure, I guess it is. I guess I'm pro them. I can't eat fucking string beans and say that I had a meal.
No.
I've never craved a vegetable. I'm sorry. I gotta run with the wolves. That's my thing. Now, I got a little bit of dish for you right now. There's an announcement that's going to be made on this show right now, exclusively, by a Florida reporter. BL?
Hey, Ron, Benny, Vito,
Don't say everybody's name. BL, you have an announcement to make today, right?
Yes, am I going to break it right here?
Yeah, break it right here.
On XM Radio? No way! Sirius XM Radio. I have erected the BL show on a 5,000-watt station in Tampa, Florida, baby.
She is bringing her show back. She's going to do a daily 1-hour show in Tampa. What station is it, BL?
Well, it's 1340 AM. It's a small station, but WTANonline.com is where you'll be able to listen. I have a lot of bandwidth, so we can get all the New Yorkians and all the freaking, worldwide. We can go, Benny. We can go worldwide.
Well, what was the website? So we can...
WTAN or TAN. It's one of the... Was it the first website, or was that, radio station, or was Sun the first radio station in Tampa?
You know what? That's a good question.
I think it was SUN and then TAN were the first stations. So I don't think Son's call letters are working anymore, are they? Your fucking ex-boyfriend rode that down into the dirt.
Why do we got to get ugly about it, Benny?
No, I'm just saying, when your only fucking advertiser is powdered aspirin, I don't know what that's called, but they used to, some Southern people, older Southern people, want their aspirin to come in a powder.
And then they snort it?
I don't know what they do with it. Sometimes I think they just put it in their orange juice, stir it up.
Well, since it's broker radio, which is when you buy your time.
Why are you buying time, BL? Why don't you just go straight podcast?
Because you just hit the button after my show's over, you hit podcast right on the cover page, and we got it. Ron,
I know, but you don't have to pay. Because I argued with her about this.
Mm-hmm.
She's bringing in her own sponsors.
Right.
She has people that like her so much, they're like, yeah, we'll sponsor you wherever you go.
Yeah, so then they could sponsor her as a podcast.
Sponsor as a podcast.
Yeah.
She takes that money, puts it in that old lady pocketbook of hers, and makes a little money. Look up what this stuff is called, guys, instead of watching the show. It's some kind of powdered aspirin. It has a fucking name. If I heard it.
BC powder?
BC powder. That's the name of it. All right, BL, I'm going to send you into the big ass prize
good
bundle.
job, BL.
What do I get? A ticket to tonight's The Stand, where Ron Bennington will be. I'll be headlining. I'm headlining The Stand tonight, the 5-year anniversary. I'm going to plug it because no fucking body else around there does.
BL, you got your own show now. You don't need to tell me how weak all these people are. And so it's BC Powder. That's the name of it. Why, did Sean used to bring a bunch of it home when you two would make mad love?
I did not make mad love with your boss. Stop!
You broke up, yes, you did, and also broke up the marriage.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, I did not.
That's dish-worthy.
And then one day, like down there, they were all cackling, all the secretaries and office ladies, and they're saying, he's out rollerblading with her today, making a... I go, what do I fucking care? Why do I care who's rollerblading and who's boning who?
A horror sport.
I go, this isn't the dish.
Ron, it's your fault. You told me, go down and get me a Coca-Cola, BL, please. I was your part-term intern. Went down to the kitchen.
No, that's true.
And that's where
Everything she's done is a lie. When is your first show, BL?
Well, I don't know. I don't really have my first guest yet. I'm hoping it'll be somebody exciting, somebody big.
Well, I said that we would do... She's trying to set up like this is happening now. But I said that we would do a crossover with her.
That would be great.
We'd be on our air, and she'll be on the AM radio.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. So satellite and AM for the first time ever linking.
Making sweet love.
Yeah.
Big boys, Benny. We're up against some big boys.
Yeah. There's a gnat after an elephant. Now, here's the thing, BL. You get to ask anything you want that day. You're running the show.
So it's like an unmasked with you and me and your team?
Yes. Did you just
All
call,
right.
she call you my niece?
I think she said your team.
Okay, my team.
I said your
Okay.
team. T-E-A-M.
Or maybe your team.
Benny. You taught me that. There's no me in team.
Yes, there is. There's actually even a meat in team.
You know what, Ron? You're taking this serious. It's kind of like your big sister's. Like, you're proud of me. I know you are. I know
You're her big sister in so many ways.
I feel like her big sister.
You know what? I think we all need to take our hand out of the bowl of freedom and pick up the phone and call Benny.
Now, BL, let me... Yeah. BL, let me just ask you this. When we're on the air with you, are there restrictions? Can I say fucks? Can I say cunt?
No, that is no.
Is it wrong if I said this? Fuck her in the pussy.
That's fine, right? Because it's heterosexual?
Yeah.
I think that's the rule. A missionary. If it's implied missionary, it's fine.
Why don't you just stick his big, fat, white dick right in her little pussy? We're taking your calls right here on the BL Show.
I want to grab everybody's pussy.
The BL Show. Everyone I dated or married is dead now. The BL Show. Brought to you live on WTAM 10.
All right. Please, Benny, don't cuss. I'm shutting the phone lines down for like 2 years. Ain't nobody getting in except unless I know them. Flathead will be calling. Julie Williams will be calling. I got all kinds of correspondence.
Yes, this is the same shit that you could have been doing from your house for free.
Well, I'm gonna do it. Probably first of the year, I'll be doing it at my own crib as soon as I get one. Right now, I don't have a home. I'm working on that.
What about your semi-boyfriend?
Huh?
What happened with your semi-boyfriend?
Oh, well, she'll house me a couple times a week, but you know what that?
Oh God,
You call it housing good now. I'm gonna house
Can I
that
have
bitch
some
tomorrow
housing
night.
tonight?
That's what I call public housing. You know what I'm saying? Because of all the guys she's been with.
Oh, look at the baby fat child from Astoria.
Oh, you kiss my ass.
You can't say that when she's on
Yeah,
the show, though.
Chris will not be able to speak. Well,
Just dump out on that son of a bitch.
Am I invited to the wedding of him and his woman from Belize?
Guess one thing right. And no,
Please release me, let me go.
it's not a landlocked country.
And
He's right.
really sucks is, you know what, when I was
Wait,
gonna
neither is Belize.
make-
Belize is on the beach.
I got it mixed up with Bolivia.
That's why your Coke sucks so bad. I got this great Belize stuff.
No, Belize has those beautiful tea-back women on the beach, all tan like Rio and all that stuff. And I can't believe Stanley landed one of them bitches. I seriously can't.
Yeah, he did.
It's unbelievable. Gotta believe
he
in
landed
bitch.
right.
And you know what? She loved him when he was poor for 2 days. He was 2 days poor, and the loot came in, and she.
By the way,
loved him.
as Chris, Flathead, about the fucking lost weekend vacations he takes to Costa Rica. He's just straight coke and horse the whole time. And one of the girls that he's with, one of the prostitutes, is playing guard for the Dolphins this season.
Really?
Well, she got out.
Yeah. Well, she's on waivers right now, but I think she's going to get picked back up.
Great. Get in the practice squad.
So, BL, what's your fucking show going to be about?
Well, they asked Jerry Seinfeld that once. It's a show like about nothing. It's just life and stuff. Come on. I'm going to have stuff every day.
The biggest lie in the world is that Seinfeld is a show about nothing. That show is so precise and there's so many interlacking things that Larry David probably didn't sleep for 9 years. But then they go, it's a show about nothing. It's nothing really. And everyone believes them.
Yeah.
You won't believe what, Benny?
No, nothing, BL. Well, I can't wait till you start your show. You say after the first of the year?
No, October 16th. Are you guys going to come on the show with me or not?
And what day is that, Chris? October 16th.
October 16th is that's a Monday.
Monday.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we will. What time? What time is your show?
It's Monday through Friday, 2 to 3 p.m. on
Perfect.
WTANonline.com. I will be sponsoring my webcam.
Hold on, I can't hear you. There's a tiger in my producer's belly. That's too loud.
It's freakishly loud.
Hey, is Wiki running down the hallway in his cowboy boots? Because I like his boots. Is he pissed at us? Is he mad, Benny? Are we in trouble?
He's worried that WTAN-AM in Clearwater, Florida. They always say about that radio station, if you can hit it with a rock, you can hear it. WTAN.
What kind of rock?
Is it
Ron?
still right there at the Causeway?
Excuse me?
Is it the Causeway still?
No, it's right downtown by Scientology, just a stone's throw away.
Do you remember there used to be a little AM station that was right as you were going out on the Clearwater Causeway?
Yeah.
That was it. It was this really adorable. Chris is finding a picture of it.
Yeah, that got wiped out by a no-name storm.
Oh,
Really?
Because I always thought it looked adorable.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
It was cute.
It's a really cute bungalow, and it got wiped out, so the city allegedly made a deal with the owner and moved her up on a higher hill, so she got a real dream. I've got my own office. It's 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and I can broadcast live right out of there.
The story
I can have
makes no
guests.
sense.
No,
I can't imagine what she's paying to keep basically her new 2-bedroom apartment.
No, it's right inside the radio studio. If I need to take a rest, there's one of those trundle beds. That goes
You work an hour. Why would you need to take a rest?
I might have to sleep. I get tired.
I bet you do. Let it go, Grandma.
No, this is going to be exciting. I'm telling you. Flats is going to fly in from Palm Beach to do the show.
Yeah.
And
what's he dropping off?
Huh?
What's he dropping off?
Flats doesn't do that. We need to get Flats up to you guys for the holidays by the tree with you and Gurian.
Okay, BL. I'll talk to you on the 16th, okay?
Why the 16th? We have to make a plan. We have to know what we're talking about.
Yes. Well,
You know how we plan radio every day.
all right, BL, I got to go do a live read.
Okay.
You know what that's like.
Congrats to you, BL.
BL, congratulations. I'm happy
Thank
for
you.
you.
I love you guys. Thank
Peace.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We're 2 weeks into the NFL season. Do you want to redo on your season-long fantasy football draft already? Well, maybe it's time you tried FanDuel Plus. Their Sunday Million contest this weekend will pay out at least $1 million in prizes. Chris, are you doing this one?
I am going to be in this contest.
Great.
100%.
All of us.
Yeah.
You represent all of us.
Yes.
You've gotten off to a bad start.
Look, but
none of us are concerned.
because we get a new lineup this week.
Yes.
That's the greatness of it.
But make it a great lineup this week. Let's win.
We're going to get that million.
That's all I want.
FanDuel Fantasy Football for everyday fans. New contest starting every week. No busted seasons. No waiver wire pickups to worry about. Something for everyone. Lots of contests to choose from, starting at just $1.
Just pick a contest, choose your team, watch your score real time. Every game becomes more exciting with FanDuel. Over 2.5 million players have won a cash prize playing fantasy sports on FanDuel. Sign up today.
Go to FanDuel.com, click the Join Now button, and use the promo code Bennington. New users get free entry into the NFL Sunday Million with over $1 million in cash prizes when you make your first deposit on FanDuel. Just visit FanDuel.com and sign up with promo code Bennington. That's FanDuel.com, promo code Bennington. Void where prohibited.
What is today? Wednesday?
Today's Wednesday.
It's Rosh Hashanah.
Oh. What do they do for Rosh Hashanah?
That is the Jewish New Year, I believe.
Now, is this
Rosh, meaning
Is this one of the big ones or one of the small ones? The Jews always, whenever I go, oh, happy Rosh Hashanah, they'll be like, that's small. If I go,
Yeah. I think Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, these are bigger ones. Hanukkah, smaller one, but they try to act like it's bigger because,
And
they're
what
like,
about-
they want to compete with Christmas.
is it Purim? Purim?
Purim?
Purim.
Something like, yeah.
Purim.
What's that one?
Purim?
So
Something
are
like that.
None of the Jews at work today?
I don't think that you would. It's like a 2-day, it's like a pretty big party. It's like their New Year.
Is this the one where your name goes in the book and you're sinless after that? You kind of make a tone for whatever.
No, that's
six?
Yom Kippur, right?
I think this is the one where you have a seat for Elijah, possibly.
No.
No,
it
that's
isn't.
when that's at a bris, I think.
I'm pretty sure it's a holiday.
I don't know. Maybe he always gets a seat,
Maybe.
like every big event.
There's one with a bitter root. We just have to eat horseradish.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, there's like
That's not a party of any kind.
they hand out like apple slices.
And by the way, horseradish is a bitter root.
That's what I was given at many a Jewish whatever holiday that was, which I believe I'm going to say Rosh Hashanah. So bitter root, some honey, apple.
No,
That sounds like it would be Yom. Wait, which one don't you eat? Yom Kippur?
I think so.
Because that's
And then you eat a
atonement.
lot.
And then you eat a bunch.
Yeah.
Rosh Hashanah, I think you're eating. I think you blow a horn. There's like a big ram's horn.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a horn.
You're like, come on, Ram, get out of here.
And then there's one where they hang out in souks, which are just like these like I don't even know.
The little tent. Yeah, that's the one that I really like. That when I saw that and I was like, what? What's that?
Why do
You
they
guys-
hang out in the tent?
I don't know, but they eat dinner or something, or they prepare food in this little tent, like a little makeshift tent, and it's so cool. I mean, it's
By the way-
like a kid would see it, and it's a fort. It looks really cool.
Here's the weird thing. All the Jewish friends I've had over the years, and believe me when I tell you, I've had a ton. not one of them has invited me to one of these things.
Really?
Yeah, you would think, right?
Yeah.
Because you know that I like to experience. I love a tradition, that I'm not part of.
Those
know
are
what I
the
mean?
best, actually.
Yeah.
I love just appropriating other people's holidays and religions.
Me too.
I really like it.
Me too. So much fun.
Yeah, but I think this is a fun one. Rosh Hashanah is like,
Well,
this
it's
is a
the New
party
Year.
one. Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Blow the ram's horn. It's 12 o'clock.
And like this has some specific stuff that you eat and
Right,
say.
bagel.
Right?
Gefilte fish.
That one I'm not a big fan of. I shouldn't say that because I've never tried it. But knowing what it is and looking at the visual is not good.
Jen likes fish, and guess what she asked me to take her out for?
What?
Salmon.
Jen.
They all say.
Yeah, you know
Salmon.
how they say that. Yeah.
So,
Certain types.
This is kind of the Jewish Halloween, and it's going to be fun for everybody. It's a day of agents and managers, I like to say, and production chiefs. Record label heads get together on this very day to talk with the lawyers and accountants and psychiatrists.
Deli owners?
They said in the history of the Jewish faith, Jesus is the only one who ever belonged to a union. He was the only real blue-collar working guy. He was a craftsman. Sounds like it's going to be nice, though, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
What are you going to do?
Well, I don't know what the traditional dish is, but I think there is like a certain something you're supposed to be doing.
Yes, it's the traditional Yom Kippur meal.
Brisket, probably.
Brisket
Really
in a
big.
basket.
They're really big on
It's
brisket.
a brisket, a basket, a little yellow tasket. Come in here, kids. Hey, Vito. Tonight is the Big Brother. At first, I said, "Oh, you guys do not spoil it for me." But since I found out I'm not going to get home till close to midnight, what do I care?
No, I'm not going to spoil anything.
Well, because I won't even be able to watch it tonight, nor will I be able to watch it tomorrow, because we're going to come in here, we're going to knock out a show, and then go do an unmask. I'm back right in here for another fucking show. Let me tell you something. This is not my holiday, folks. It's a working man's holiday. Vito, I'm asking you a question now. Tonight is Big Brother, right? This is your Super Bowl. Who are you watching it with?
I'm hopefully going to be watching it with Chris Stanley.
We're having a viewing party here at Sirius XM, and you might not be able to watch the Big Brother finale, but you'll be able to listen to Big Brothers. We'll be recording it right after the show ends.
Oh, that's be like saying, Ron, you can't see the Super Bowl, but you can enjoy the post-game show.
This
Now,
is what I'm telling you.
Chris, you're literally sitting in here watching the two of you.
Yeah.
What are you guys ordering?
I was thinking about getting wings because,
That's
I
a
like
fun
wings.
idea.
Right?
Wings
Yeah,
fun.
that
Where are you
is
getting
fun.
it from?
Maybe like Atomic Wings. I'll check Seamless to see what's delivering.
BL has a thing that would give you 50% off Hooters for life, and she won't give it to you.
No, she lies and says it's
because
in the
she
mail.
said that you didn't take care of that other thing,
Oh my God.
whatever the present was. And I never got the thing from my old buddy's funeral.
I've called the. I've been calling. We've been in contact with the mailroom. They haven't gotten anything.
She express mailed it though.
I know.
Vito, who's going to win tonight?
I
say not Paul.
I've wanted to say Paul all season. I mean, not all season. I've wanted to say Paul all week because I really changed my mind and he does deserve to win. But I think there's some shady shit going on in that jury house right now, and I think you're going to see a bitty.
What are you basing that on?
So there was a leak from Hamster Watch that Raven has been so annoying in the jury house and so pro Paul that everybody fucking hates him now and is turning against him.
Just because of their hatred of Raven?
Because Raven won't shut up about it and acting like they had this genius plan all season, and she's really starting to bother them.
Well, he has the ability to clear everything up. He speaks to the jury before they vote.
Absolutely not last year. He was terrible
Bad.
explaining his game last year. The worst thing he did all year was explain his game. If he would have explained it properly, he would have won last year.
Right.
So I don't see him doing good this year because remember, he was still acting like, I thought we were in this together.
Yeah, because this is my worry. If he goes first, he does his like, look, I tried my best and blah, blah, and I made big moves. And then Josh goes after him and he's like, we were in cahoots this whole time. And here's how it all went
Josh
down.
will do that.
Yeah.
That's Josh's job.
Yeah.
And I think Josh is going to do better with it.
Yeah.
1 second. I know you want to yabble on about this fucking stupid thing. Greg Stone is on the line. I promised him an update yesterday. Greg Stone, how are you, my friend?
Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Remember we were talking about your uncle, Dennis?
Yeah, Dennis, yeah.
This is what I got from Fez Watley, sent this to me last night. Dennis was very big. Well, first of all, he wrote OMG and said Dennis was very big in the NWA in Jersey. He was an NWA president, and he was there for the start of ECW.
Wow.
So
yeah,
he was a real wheel, my friend.
Yeah, man. Nothing. Can't expect nothing less from the Corluzos.
Somehow things have fallen off in one generation, though, Greg.
That is so sad.
Well, I just thought you said you were too young to know, but Fez was actually listening to the show, and as soon as you said it, he freaked out. He's like, "No, his uncle is the real deal." And,
that's awesome.
I know that. I know Fez knows what he's talking about because he's the guy who introduced me to the Briscoe brothers many years ago. Yeah, Jerry Briscoe and Jack Briscoe, one-time champions, and then they used to run the Florida and the South for Vince. Yeah, very, very big deals. All right, Greg,
That's
I just
awesome.
wanted to let you know that.
Greg, I'm very sorry that I gave you a chestnut yesterday. His reaction to eating a chestnut was the funniest thing ever.
He almost gagged and threw up.
What is this? What is this?
I threw up the whole way home. I just never again. I don't know what the deal with chestnuts are.
All right, buddy. Talk to you soon.
All right, thank you.
Peace.
See you guys. Bye.
Greg Stone.
Pressing.
Remember how great he was at Thanksgiving last year? Will he be there this year? Now, we're going to announce the Thanksgiving date this week. We might not even put out the things because we want the hardcores to jump on this first. But we also want you to follow Twitter if you happen to be one of these people who listens to the show on demand. Follow Twitter, so the Bennington Show on Twitter or the iBang on Twitter, so that you're able to jump in early when we announce. Liz Sets Fire once again will not be coming. She says she's saving her stuff for the bonfire.
Really?
Oh, no. This is a don't miss situation.
But I'm going to say on this, the bonfire guys have done our shows before Thanksgiving. Will they be there this year? You fucking tell me, motherfuckers. I'm a one-way motorway. Hey, you know the Foo Fighters are supposed to be doing car karaoke this week, or karaoke, or whatever they call it. I haven't seen it, but when it happens, someone send it to me, because I love Foo Fighters.
And I love car karaoke.
You know what? I'm not going to say that I hate it. There's been plenty of fun car karaoke.
There has been some cute ones.
Yeah, or karaoke. So you've changed now. You're anti-Paul.
I'm not anti-Paul. I just think that with this new information we've gotten from Hamster Watch.
But see, this is what bothers me about you. You do a show. You don't have your own opinions. You got Hamster Watch's opinion.
Thank you.
You got Joker's opinions.
That's why I tell him.
Chris, who's going to win now?
Paul is going to win the show.
I like the defining attitude that you've done.
Paul will win. He will win 5-4, let's say.
That close.
I think no matter who the winner is, it's going to be like a 5-4 kind of situation. I do not think we're going to see a sweep.
I think Christmas would beat him, but I don't think Josh. Who's going to vote for Josh? Give me one person. Give me one fucking person, Vito. if you didn't read Hamster Watch.
Ron, I didn't read Hamster Watch.
Good.
You don't read anything.
I'll say Cowboy 2 is the only person who might vote for Josh.
I like your thinking, Bubba Louie.
Thank you.
I think.
What's Vito done?
Hold on, HW. We'll come to you when we want you to read the internet to us, okay?
Yeah.
Right now, I'm so annoyed with Big Brothers. I'm going to go out and do 2 shows tonight for the 5th anniversary of The Stand.
You go to thestandnyc.com for tickets.
By the way, I've made up a song for it tonight, right?
Okay.
See if you like this. I know, because it's going to be an anniversary party, right? Stand is the place that we love for the stand-up. That's kind of stupid.
No, I think it's so good.
Man, I don't
it
like to
fits
sing.
right
though.
into
I don't
the
like
song.
to sing.
No, do the song. They're going to love it.
Chris is telling me some information that has not shown up on TV. You said there was a Japanese earthquake.
All right, I got a news alert that said there was a 6.2 earthquake in Japan near Fukushima, the nuclear power plant. That
Isn't that great news?
Yeah, terrible.
There's if you turn on CNN, it's nonstop there. It's crews trying to rescue a little girl from school rubble. I can't even look at it. I feel claustrophobic.
No, I can't.
I feel like crying. And then the next one, the next TV that I'm looking, MSNBC, is just showing the hurricane just bashing into Puerto Rico. And then Fox News is showing a commercial. Apparently, they don't care about anything but money. Okay, wait. They're back with 100% of Puerto Rico without power.
Oh
they
my
can't reach people down there.
God.
I even saw them on the news saying, we're trying to reach our people on the ground in Puerto Rico. We can't.
Holy shit.
Horrifying, scary shit. Island living, always much harsher than you think. This year, the harshest year in history. I was just telling that to Greg Stone.
And then with all of these things all lined up, it just feels like Mother Nature itself is turning against us.
All right, look, there's the Iranian president. No one's in the fucking audience. I mean, this guy's doing a fucking dead crowd. Well, first of all, I thought there'd be more people here today. My producer, Chris Stanley, told me we were completely sold out. I apologize.
He was hoping to do crowd work. This is not going to be easy.
You've got Pamela thinking it's a sold-out show.
Because it is.
And she's ecstatic about it.
I know, she's very happy. It's great.
You fucker. You fucked me over for the last time. No, I'm just practicing my lines for tomorrow.
Because you know it will happen.
Yeah.
You piece of shit.
You fucking son of a fuck.
You ruined me.
I'm gonna fucking spend the rest of my life. Hi, Pamela. Fucking destroyed. No, I'm coming right out. I know, it's a small crowd, so what? I'm gonna fucking destroy you, Chris. No. Fucking do what I want you to do. I don't do what you want to do. That's literally our niece did that.
Cutest thing. She's proof that maybe sometimes bad kids can grow into good people.
Yeah. Unless she's living a scary double life. Ray, Georgia.
Hey, my daughter lives about 20 miles, probably a little west of San Juan.
Yeah.
And the last time I heard from her was probably, about 8 o'clock this morning. And it had knocked one of their window units out of the wind had knocked the window unit out of the window. And that's the last I've heard from her since, I guess, 4 or 5, 6 hours. I'm assuming that the power's out, the internet's out.
100% they said. The entire island is
I believe it.
So
they just got it back from Irma not too long ago. So, yeah. I mean, it'll be 6 months probably they won't have power over there. So,
it's amazing that this was the island that was like the rescue place for the people from the other islands.
Yeah,
I know. They're basically financially in a bad spot over there anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I see reports coming out of that area of winds still gusting at 100 miles an hour. So I don't know.
Well, one good thing is it seems like FEMA has really got their shit together since, the Bush era. And they know how to do this. But yeah, I'm looking at Fox News right now, and just pounded by the winds.
Yeah,
Well-
they pretty much got it from the worst angle they could have got it from. You know.
Yeah.
My wife has tried to reach out to my daughter's boyfriend, and of course he lives there too. We can't get in touch with him either, so we don't really know.
I don't think as of right now you can reach anybody on the island, but we'll see what happens once this goes by. I mean, the other good thing, of course, is they had plenty of time and there's plenty of shelters, but we wish you all the best of luck. Check back with us when you hear, okay?
Yeah, I will. Hopefully tomorrow I'll hear something off of Facebook Messenger or something.
That would be great.
All right, thank you.
Take care, my friend.
Thank you.
That's Ray in Georgia. His daughter is in Puerto Rico. And, of course, like comes up all the time, people forget, that is America. Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. The relief efforts that will come up will have to happen fast, but from what I understand, they saw this coming and they had already put boats together waiting for it to happen,
Right.
and then launched boats because they knew this was going to be a bad one. But 100% of the power is out in the island of Puerto Rico, and it's not a small island. You know what I mean? It's not like a tiny island. It's a big island when you're there. I mean, I'm going to be honest, it's not the size of Greenland. I mean, that thing is gigantic.
It's nuts.
Yeah, it took me like a week to drive across it. And I get to the other side, I go, what am I even doing? It's ugly as hell here.
Barren.
Yes, yeah. It should be called Baron von Barrenland. That's why I said, I go, I want a little something off my hotel bill. Because you guys lied to me with this Greenland. Just like you lied to the Vikings. But Mexico, in terrible rubble in a lot of the parts of Mexico City, major earthquake. And Chris tells me that there's an earthquake in Japan that hasn't even showed up on the TV news yet.
Yeah, I got a news alert on that, and no one's talked about it yet.
Chris, I wait for TV. When it's on TV, it's real, I like to say. You know? All right, Vito just told me this out of Hamster Watch. Vito, have your own opinions, dude. That's the value you bring to the game.
Is it called Big Hamster Watch or Big Brothers?
I just like to give you guys the news and the leaks and what's going on behind the scenes.
No, you don't.
No, you didn't. You didn't give us the news. You said, now I've changed my mind since yesterday because I saw something on Hamster Watch. And I'm going for your expertise. No, or else I'll just make it the Hamster Watch show.
I just got to use all the information I gather.
But that's not the point. You were supposed to come in and give us your pick. Instead, now you're like, well, Hamster Watch says, you know? I was like, oh, if I'm calling my fucking guy to get gambling tips, and he goes, I don't know, he's just talking to my cousin. He does not like the Cowboys.
I don't want to hear that. I don't know who his fucking cousin is.
I'll go look, I'll flip a fucking coin then, rather than go to you. Because it is just flip a coin. And then when I asked who was going to vote for Josh, he sat there just paralyzed till finally his fucking partner comes running in and says,
Big
Jason.
Brothers. That's right.
Thanks for
Cowboy
that.
too.
No one else has said that, by the way. Just you.
Yeah, I don't go to Hamster Watch to get my.
I know, but I want something to catch
watches? I don't go any kind of hamster watching.
Hey, and if you listen to Big Brothers, I'm the only person to have broke that Cowboy 2's wife lied about that second pregnancy.
Is that right?
Yeah. There's no second kid.
That was a conspiracy. That was never confirmed. That was just something he said.
Go to Hamster Watch.
Yeah, Vito, go to Hamster Watch. I'll get my information from Big Brothers.
Who's selling all this shrimp and fucking looks really tasty?
That does look
Applebee's,
good.
huh?
2 for 20.
2 for 20? I'll give you fucking 40. Bring 4 out.
Should look good.
Starving.
I'm
hungry.
so hungry right
I'm hungry
now.
enough to eat Applebee's. That's how hungry I am.
I am starving as well.
If you told me one place around here that doesn't suck, I'd take you to lunch today.
It's all bad.
It is.
It's really fucking terrible.
I was so hungry and I just had some orange, and I think that makes you hungrier.
Oh, it
Like
does.
if you eat a piece of fruit when you're hungry, you're starving
Well, first of
afterwards.
all, you don't want citrus on an empty stomach because it's fucking acid on acid. Okay? By the way, Chris, you see that they were throwing acid in France in the tourists' faces?
Yeah, specifically American tourists.
Yeah.
They were just hurling
Luckily, you and your fucking girlfriend don't pass as Americans.
acid. I remember Paris fondly, Ron, you know?
Really? All the acid in your face?
There was no acid. I dodged all that acid.
I can't even turn around and watch the news right now.
I know, it's really, really, really sad.
I was just watching a commercial on CNN, and in the commercial, one of the people committed suicide. They said, I can't fucking live in a world like this. Trapped in a world that never made. Not me, baby. I'm too precious. Fuck off. So depressing. That's why I'm glad I do Oxycontin. I said to
It
a
makes
woman,
it better, doesn't it?
I was doing a little crowd stuff the other night, and saw a lady brought up Oxycontin. I go, you do Oxycontin? She goes, no, I don't do Oxycontin. I pop Oxycontin. And I'm like, excuse me, I have a feeling you're on it now. She goes, yes, I am on it now.
Oh my God.
I pop it. Okay. All right, lady, you got me.
I mean, you came off like a real fool in that moment.
I came off like a daydream Johnny. So, again, keep an eye out. Right. Well, I'm being told that there's a few tickets left at comedyseller.com if you want to get in tomorrow. But we're talking about 4 or 5 tickets. And that's going to go tonight. Because we spread it out. We had our tickets, we had CRM's tickets, and then we gave the seller some.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I go, be a buyer, not a seller.
For once.
For once in your life. Chris, you got anything to plug tonight?
Ron will be at The Stand.
Please.
For the 5th anniversary show, to thestandnyc.com for tickets. Also on that show, Wyatt Cenac, Sal Vulcano, Dan Soder, Rich Voss, Artie Lang, and more.
And what a pleasure to be on that show, huh?
That is such a great lineup.
Big Brothers will come out tonight or tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Either late tonight or early tomorrow morning for all your Big Brother needs. Vita, will you be in the backyard talking to the contestants?
No, I'm not up to that level yet.
You will be.
You're no
That's
Jeff.
the goal. Dr. Will be doing on Facebook Live in the backyard after the show.
But why didn't they invite him to do the thing they does?
The round table.
I don't know why they didn't do it this year. They haven't said what the new thing is going to be.
I like what Adam said. Adam said if Dr. Will was there, he would have talked to those people in the voting for Paul.
Yeah.
And they're anti-Paul after being pro-Paul. Well, I'm glad to get this season behind me so I could have a lot more free time, you know?
And then we get celebrities in a few months.
Can't wait. I can't fucking wait.
Me and the little woman are taking a yodeling class.
Really? So romantic.
Yes, it is. We're going to the Pennsylvania Dutch country next summer for 7 weeks.
We'll be taking off the show?
Yes, the show will be from Pennsylvania Dutch Company. I forget to tell you guys either have to be out there with me or you're fired.
What?
It's not your choice, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's great. There's miniature windmills and there's places that have fresh chocolates. And
I love chocolates. This sounds like it's going to be a fun 7 weeks.
Get me
out of here.
That's it for us. Tomorrow's a big show. Please be back here and we'll see you again in 1974.
Ladies and gentlemen, the evening is over. We hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you all again in 1974. Good evening!